I gotta get my head closer than my fat ass.
We've got big bones. We've got big bones. We've got big bones. Fancy big bones.
Welcome to the Rawdawgers Sportscast. I'm Sean Watson.
I'm Ryan Kessler.
I'm Mark Wade.
You know that I'm Painter.
And I'm Brick Tamlin.
Okay. I love that.
Guys, anything exciting going on this week?
Got absolutely destroyed at the company party last night.
That's nice.
Actually won money at a casino playing blackjack that I didn't know how to play.
Double win.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just whenever in doubt,
My
just double
boss was
down.
just like looking at me like,
He's pissed because he's losing all of his money.
it was like, I won like $40.
Was
I
he
like,
extra
"Fuck it."
pissed later when you took his wife home? Or-
This is going to be the episode he watches.
For sure.
All right, get down into it. Browns' last game. Steelers 28, Browns 14. Nothing but some pride and a chance to keep Pittsburgh out, I think, for the Browns.
Not have a 10 fucking loss season.
But I gotta
Never once did I think they were going to win that game.
I did.
was
Oh, I
confident.
absolutely. Really, I really thought they would.
But as soon as that fucking that phantom pass interference happened, when we stopped them and then they went and scored, I was like, yeah, this is what it's going to fucking be today.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Brandon,
The Steelers put up 28 too.
yeah,
Right.
that's the part. So
That's the Browns being the Browns.
I got to fit this in though. So we got Brandon made a little friendly bet
Yeah.
with some friends of ours, Logan. Logan Bradshaw.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit of the backstory of that, Brandon, how that all came to be, came to
Well,
pass.
pretty much we always bet on the Browns Steelers, and sometimes I get drunk and I make bets, and I make really stupid bets because he wanted, in true Logan fashion, he wanted points too.
Oh, of course.
Because I just talk shit and I'm like, we'll beat him by at least 7. He's like, okay, well then give me 7. I'm like, eat a dick. No.
Right.
Like,
Did you say
if you
6?
want to bet on the game, that's
You're
fine.
just going to go with the
Yeah.
spread.
Just go straight
Oh,
up.
you're going straight up.
I also made other bets that night. I bet Detroit would win, and I bet Jacksonville wins first round.
Well, he should have at least gave you 2.5, right?
No, he didn't get. I didn't want.
But he was wanting 7?
Yeah. Well, just because I said I think we win by a touchdown.
Gotcha.
Then give me 7!
Yeah, in true Logan form.
Right. So straight up bet, and so
So the game is Sunday night.
Way up there.
Where's my money, bitch? And I'm
Right.
just like, will you shut up? Like, I'm drunk. I'm not paying you right now. Monday, are you gonna pay me or what? And then Tuesday morning, text me again.
right.
Just like, and I'm just like, okay, fuck you. Like,
Right.
You're
Right.
gonna hound me. It's been 2 days. Like, settle down.
So this has been, I don't know how this may go viral actually on our pod.
It'd be sick.
But it is so great. It's
Hey, Log, I'm here to drop off your money, bud. Here's your money, faggot. Oh, fuck you. Two 50-pounders, or $50. Fuck the Steelers. So it's two $50 bags of pennies. And what's funny is first of all, I go to the bank
Did fuck your shoulder
and
up a
ask
little
him. Well, I asked him, can I have $100 in pennies? Which I knew because I've done it before because I
Right.
built like a bar top out of pennies.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the same thing before. Well, I go there and she's like looking at me weird, and she's like, "You need $100 worth of pennies," and I'm just like, "Yes, it's my fucking money. You are a bank. Please give me my money."
In the denomination that I request.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you not a bank? Like, are you not FDIC certified?
right. So there's no chance that they were going to throw in like
Oh my God.
the coin shortage card.
No. Well, then she's like, okay, well, you're not going to bring this back, are you? And I'm like, no. Because apparently people will get them, look through all the pennies, and there's nothing
They
no high dollar pennies,
special
and then they just
Okay.
bring them back and run them through the fucking machine again. So she's like, yeah, it's just wear and tear.
The reason why the machine never works when I go there.
Yeah.
Right.
So pretty much she's like, yeah, you can have them as long as you promise not to bring them back.
You have to
And I'm
sign
just,
a fucking contract.
no, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I get it.
A coin waiver?
Yeah. Yeah. Knowing in the back of my head, like, I'm not bringing him back. He might bring him back in like an hour.
Right.
But it won't be me.
And I
So I told Logan, I'm like,
Oh my god.
he's like, bro, he laughed, thought it was hilarious. He's like, what the hell do I do with these? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I paid you. What do you want from me?
You texted us, you said, not my problem.
Yeah,
and
not
I'm
my
dying.
problem.
I'm dying.
I told him, I was like, just have a fun night and just roll them up and take them back to the bank. Because I don't think he has mechanics, so he doesn't get like free
The free.
coin machines.
So I thought that would be super hilarious too if he actually took them back to the same bank you got them from when they told you not to bring them back.
Oh, dude, that'd be great.
That lady would just be immediately pissed. She'd just be like,
She probably quit.
did you just get those from another man? And he'd just be like, how did you know? Because he was just here. Riss was home, his wife.
Right.
So I wanted her to just walk out and she always fucks with me and always has like
Right.
an attitude, which is funny. And she would have just said something and I just fucking give her the doubles and turn around and I wouldn't even have said a word, just get in my truck and leave. She would have thought there was a bomb in the garage or something.
Jesus.
But it was funny, when we were all talking, like when I showed you guys the video, I was at home drinking, just thinking of ways like he has to spend these pennies now.
Right.
So I did some math. You know the little horsey machine at Meijer
Yeah.
that costs a penny? Well, if that ride lasts for 20 seconds, he could take Kenna there and she could ride it for a full 2 2/3 days. The $100 worth of pennies.
I'm gonna bet on her on the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Logan, if you want something to do with all that money, that's how much time you get. Which I thought it'd be way longer.
Fantastic.
I thought it'd be like a
Fantastic.
year.
Just be sitting in Meyer for
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
Just.
Ding.
All right.
It's like, what was that movie with, oh, fuck. She's like on that thing, like doing this, and those dudes are just like staring at her. And she just like keeps smoking. She's right. What the fucking movie is
Is it a
that?
kid?
No, it's some chick, fucking tits.
Super hot chick?
I've seen a
Yeah.
Sibian machine at work on.
Writing?
It was,
What's she writing?
We
like
don't
one of
really
those-
watch
those-
those European
Oh,
movies.
yeah, with Deborah Winger and John Travolta back in the day.
was that it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's way before that's why you don't know it.
Yeah,
I barely know it.
I have no
it's on-
fucking idea what
It's
you're
on
Urban
I've
Cowboy.
seen the
Urban Cowboy, is that it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. the fucking
Sounds
movie.
dumb as fuck.
It's dumb. All right, let's get on it. All right, what do you guys think? What was going on with Watson? My personal take was this is the first time that I saw any kind of regression.
I mean, you're playing the Steelers.
Steelers defense is good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
See,
no
I don't-
slouch.
He
yeah.
had no time.
No time at
Not
all.
at all. None.
See, I felt different about that. I feel like Watson was holding the ball, maybe trying to do a little too much. And I think you guys, we were watching it together.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got to get his timing down. I mean, like, you've never seen a offense switch in the middle of a season, like the end part of a season, the way that the Browns have had to do it this year. So, like, it's. I think we were all a little more hopeful than. And honestly, they're like 3 calls and a field goal away from being in the fucking playoffs, even though their defense fucking sucks.
Right.
But next year they'll be good.
Right.
I mean, it's fucking Deshaun Watson. I'm not worried about it.
This past game was the first time I've seen his timing well. Like that throw to Cooper on the sideline for a first down, like he's throwing that before the break.
Right.
So that's all timing. That's all that throw is. But yeah, some of them is just.
It felt like Cameron Hayward was in the backfield more than Nick Chubb was.
Oh yeah, and what I didn't get, this is the first game all year
Well,
that I'm
Conklin
like,
wasn't
run the
in,
fucking ball because when they did it, it was effective.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
because
just-
every run they had, TJ gets too deep, and
Yeah.
they just skirt right by him,
I think what they were kind of doing though, they were probably just wanting Deshaun to go out there and fucking
which
wing
is
it.
fine.
Yeah.
They're not playing for anything. So
No, they weren't.
Stefanski is
And they
the
clearly-
one guy that doesn't give a shit that this is a rivalry game.
Right.
At this point in his
The
season,
analytics
he's
say,
not playing
it
for
doesn't
anything.
fucking matter.
Yeah. Which is the only. There's a few gripes about him, but I don't really like that. Like he doesn't. He's so unemotional that shit doesn't matter to him.
Right.
Okay.
Good point.
Just double check it.
What?
So we don't have another
He was
incident
looking-
like the one time?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
45 minutes in, fucking laptop shuts off or whatever the fuck.
Is that what's going on?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the clocks. Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay, I see it. All right, let's head on.
Sorry for the delay.
So we're going back to Watson. You know, my opinion was I thought he was trying to do too much. The Browns were penalized for
Yeah,
a holding.
Fucked.
Well,
that first quarter, like anytime they
was
would
he
do
costing us? Was he costing us holding penalties though? Because he was holding the ball a lot.
That's just something our offensive line's going to have to get used to.
Right.
Because now we have a quarterback
that can
that
fucking
can
run.
make a play.
Right.
Right.
And I'm not disrespecting Watson at all.
Yeah, I
the only
get
thing
what
I'm
you're
saying
saying.
is I think that he caused some of those holding.
He definitely could
penalties.
have.
And I don't know if I mean Cooper had what 3? He had 3 targets. He had 2 catches, 3 targets. So my thing was this, and Njoku had a game, so he had a touchdown in there. But where was DPJ? I mean, if he's his second read, what was going on there? So
I don't trust.
Didn't have time to get to the second read, probably.
yeah, well, or were the receivers not running the routes? Were they unmotivated for the game? I mean, it'd be nice. I'm just saying.
They just got beat.
Yeah,
And
I think-
the
you know,
refs helped them
I think
a
we're
lot.
harping on this game that is a completely irrelevant game in the scheme of things.
It is. It is.
It's the end of the season.
And you're allowed to have a bad game, like, and not have an overreaction about it.
Right.
It was a completely meaningless game at the end of our shitty season.
Yeah.
Like even with
If
the one interception was horrible, the one they threw deep.
Yeah.
But the other
Yeah.
one, that was just a good play on the defense.
Right.
If
So
you-
like,
Yeah.
I thought he played well.
If you
other than those
switch
two
the
throws.
Pittsburgh and
Pittsburgh's
Washington
defense-
outcomes, we're not even talking about this game right now.
Right.
Like if it was Washington that did this, we would have said 2 things and okay, on to the next thing.
And when I talk about Watson's regression, I mean we watched the Washington game together, and it's like every week we even talked about it.
Yeah.
He's making strides
But you
every
can tell
single
that
week.
you can tell that he's getting more comfortable
Yeah,
with
but
offense.
Pittsburgh's defense is a lot better than Washington's.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Especially with TJ
No,
Watt.
I don't think so.
four.
No.
I don't think so.
You
I
put
think they're
TJ Watt
very
in there.
close.
I think he's had to
I
play.
think they're very
You put
close.
TJ Watt.
Dude, they have
Their defense.
Well, that's-
they have
yeah,
Ron
their
Payne,
defense with
fucking
And
Chase
Hayward,
Young, and
Hayward, but their back end of the Steelers' back end isn't that great. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
their
not that
linebackers are
great.
No, but
So-
when you have a pass rush, you don't need to be that great.
and Cam Hayward is a fucking mountain.
He still is, and he's about 100 years old now.
I
Yeah, he's
don't
like
get it.
45.
Yeah,
But in true Browns fashion, we made some nobody look amazing.
Right.
Hayward's brother
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, we
the
we
hell
always
is
do
his name?
that.
Connor.
What like 4 years ago with James Conner? When he had-
Yeah.
yeah.
we made him do a Pro
Logan
Bowl.
thought he was the second coming
Yeah,
of Jesus.
Barry Sanders or something. It's
Yeah.
like no, he just played us.
Yeah.
So another thing when I'm talking about Watson holding on the ball too long, he had
We made
7
a guy that
sacks.
has cancer look like a Pro Bowler.
Canceled.
Canceled. You're not allowed to go to any Iowa or Purdue games because you're canceled.
James Conner was at the top of that building, damn it.
Oh yeah.
So Watson was 7 sacks, and I think he's only had, 3 or 2 in the last, I think 2. He's maybe averaging taking 2 sacks, which he is slippery. I mean, I'm going to get no doubt about it.
Yeah, he could have been sacked 12 times.
Yeah,
It's definitely the most flustered he's looked in a game so far.
yeah.
What's more slippery, Watson or the fucking girls at the massage parlor?
It depends what time of the day.
Another thing I want to bring up, I think Chubb getting...
Let's just talk about a joke.
Right, let's talk about Chubb. Chubb out in open space. He had 5 receptions in this game. 1 was for a touchdown, which is more than he's had in the last 7 games. I looked that up. And
He'll get the ball more with Deshaun.
He's a stud. Just get him the ball. It doesn't matter how.
yeah. Well, and I know you kind of brought up the fact that, the Chubb wasn't getting the carries, but when you get him out in the open space, you got to kind of count that as a rush. Too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
those little easy passes.
Yeah.
Those are running plays essentially.
right. Browns defense. Want to go down that road again? I mean, it seems like a broken record. So
Let's just get to this.
Let's just skip
mark.
it. Let's just
get
skip
you want to
this
skip that part?
Second to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can
All right.
apply.
All right. Joe Woods immediately getting fired after the game.
Thank God.
Some of the candidates being interviewed is Flores, Schwartz, and Leonard. Who else is getting interviewed? There's these are defensive coordinator.
Gerard Mayo.
No, he. The
yeah.
Patriots ended up extending him. They signed him to.
Did
it.
they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All
As
right.
soon as they heard he was.
I did hear that name too.
As soon as they heard that he was getting like interviews, they were like, "No, we're keeping you around."
Did he get?
So maybe they'll have him call offensive plays next year
right.
instead of Matt Patricia.
Jesus. Talk about a fucking dumpster fire, but they'll somehow almost make the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
It's literally the Steelers. Like,
Are we ever going to keep Tomlin under 500?
No,
I don't
probably
think
not.
you can.
I think next year they will.
If they were gonna go under 500, it was gonna be this year or the Duck Hodges year.
It'll be next year, because
Kenny Pickett got better. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but he got better as the year went on.
You
dude,
did.
he
He's
Did
kicking
he?
up off still, but
Yeah, but he
made a
wasn't
couple NFL
turning
throws.
the ball over down the stretch, which was
He
like
made
their
a couple NFL
which was his
throws
biggest
Sunday.
problem.
Like,
I'm not saying
Baker lit it up his rookie year.
I'm not
Half
saying
the year
he's
after that.
I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, but like
he definitely improved.
Yeah.
Like that ball to Pickens, even though he's wide open, he still saw it. Like he saw that develop and threw it.
That was probably his best throw of the whole game, though.
Oh,
you
for
have
sure.
to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But to see that as we have a decent pass rush to even realize that and get it out as a rookie that's a nice play.
Why are we like the only defense that has like busted coverages like that?
every game.
I feel like they always happen. We just
well, I
are the
just got
Browns
done
and
saying
never get
Joe
'em.
Joe Woods got fired.
Yeah, but
after the game.
it's not just Joe Woods. Like,
No,
it's
it's
been
not.
going on for how many years now in a row?
Which is
It's
like
the
why?
same
Like
reason-
it's just Joe Woods is the scapegoat this year, but who's it gonna be fucking next year?
It's the same
And it
reason.
Could be somebody
You
different.
could be right. You could be right. I agree. Yeah,
I
you
feel like
could
if
be.
they can get Brian Flores,
That would be awesome because then
Absolutely.
because he's gonna
Because
fucking.
then, when the offense starts struggling, then if they fire Stefanski, they can just hire him as the head coach, and it'll just it'll be a
Yeah.
fucking circle jerk.
I mean that's fuck. If that's the way it has to go, that's the way it has to go.
Right.
Well, so let's
I
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying I don't give a shit who's the coach as long as they're winning. Who gives a shit?
Right. Like I mean, they fucking started like 1-7 that one year, or 1-6, and ended up like 9-7 or something like that. I mean, like
Yeah,
Flores is a good coach, and I think he's the kind of guy you need.
and he's like well respected.
Yeah, we were talking about you want somebody to light a fire up someone's ass.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the,
Like,
we
my
didn't
gripe.
see that.
I like Stefanski. He just is so emotionless. It's not good.
Which
Yeah.
sometimes
I did-
in a head coach you want
You
that,
need
but
to see
then
that.
sometimes you need
You want a little
energy
Well,
on
the
the
reason
You want a little Williams in that guy.
we keep
Bill Belichick's the
I
fucking
mean,
same way.
minus taking people's heads off for money.
yeah, but Belichick will get in their ass about stuff. Like the reason
But we never see that because you don't see that shit on TV.
I know, but
Yeah.
who's to say that he even does it at all? There's a reason we're the most penalized team in the fucking league. You can be as analytic as you want until you stand up in a grown man's face and say, hey, quit being a fucking idiot.
Right.
They're not going to change.
Right.
Well, and I also feel like we get fucked on penalties more than any other goddamn team in the league too.
Because it's easy. Because we're undisciplined.
Well, the Browns. So the Browns were 9 for 65, and the Steelers were 4 for 20 on the penalties.
I like
what-
sticking to the Cleveland is just cursed route. That's much easier.
What? How about that blatant missed face mask?
the face mask,
The
the
face
pass
mask was
interference,
good.
the
Wasn't
fucking
good.
offsides on the.
Weren't you
on
saying
the,
too, like in other games, like the officiating, especially this weekend, was just probably the worst it's
Oh,
ever
it's
been.
horrible. There was horrible calls on Pittsburgh's side too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the no call on the touchdown, they got absolutely.
Oh
fucked.
yeah.
Yeah, but that was close. Like his knee was there. Like I can see you missing that,
It's
and
their
you can
fault
challenge it.
going quick.
Correct.
That is
Right,
100% their
Correct.
fault.
Yeah.
But as soon as that happens, there's a ref in New York watching that. Why doesn't that call get made? Hey, let's
Right.
review this.
Well,
one.
that's with everything too.
Right,
Like the
but
fucking
yeah.
basement.
But when you said it, they were trying to run it. I mean, even the camera couldn't even get back on the field.
But officiating across the whole league was bad on Sunday. And we'll throw another shout out to a buddy. Gunner brought up an idea. If you had like 2 penalty challenge flags as a coach,
Yeah.
that would be sick.
Well,
Right.
they tried that and it didn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the offensive pass interference.
Yeah, because
remember when the
they would
Saints
never
got
overturn
fucked?
it.
The
Yeah.
Saints got fucked against
I
the
do.
Rams, and then
I do.
yeah.
they did it for
Yeah.
the 1 year, and then they're like, oh well,
They just stuck to the call.
Yeah, because they never changed it. Because they
no, never.
like. I do not get how they fucking officiate games. How
I'm gonna say this. Go ahead.
Well, not just football, but like I was watching Ohio State and Minnesota last night. Minnesota's like 2 seconds left, tie game, goes up for a layup, clearly all fucking ball. And the referee on the opposite side that couldn't even see it is the one
Right.
who calls it, not the ref that's standing right there.
Right.
And you can't challenge it. It's bullshit.
well, that ref should be able to call that off too.
yeah,
I
The
mean,
one that's standing
well,
there.
in baseball, they just announced yesterday that in AAA they're having the robot strike zone next year or this year for like half the AAA games. So it's coming.
That's
to
the one thing though in baseball. Like,
MLB.
dude, I like having an umpire. Like, I don't know.
I don't.
I
to
don't
me-
if they're not getting it right.
Well, yeah. To me, if
But the umpires in baseball are actually pretty fucking good.
but they
For
still
the
miss
most
calls.
for the most part.
Why take away if
If you can get it perfect, though,
Why
then
not
you-
do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then it's
But I
perfect
do get,
for both
I do
sides.
get what you mean though. Like I like the umpires, but if they're not gonna fucking get all the calls right,
Well, then
But-
we should replay the 1995 World Series. Fucking
bring them back.
And I'm not
24-inch guy.
I'm not going to be a big proponent for the NFL Commission, Roger Goodell, which you want to talk about scapegoats. Roger Goodell is that guy. He's a big scapegoat. Yeah, is he a used car salesman? Yeah, that's what he gets paid for.
Well, yeah, because like during that Bengals Bills game, all people wanted to fucking talk about like right after was, oh, they should have never even considered playing the game. Like, or I can't believe they didn't cancel the game sooner. It's like.
What do
They're
you
just
want
trying
to
to
happen?
they're just trying to blame him for something,
Yeah.
rather than giving them credit for they fucking like had the protocols that saved the dude's life on the field.
But the point that I think I want to make is the NFL doesn't want to slow the game down anymore. And if you're somebody that believes in momentum, I can understand why they don't want to stop
But you
stop
have to
it
get
as
it right.
often.
You
But
have to get it right,
I get yes, but something that's as fast paced as the NFL versus baseball, and I don't agree with
Because there's more
baseball.
white guys in baseball.
Well, no, but at the same time, when you call a timeout in the NFL, how long is it? It's 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Well, that
be a 30. It could be a 30.
Or like
second.
10
Or
minutes.
if they need a commercial, then
Yeah,
there's this
true.
time for this
Absolutely,
super fast
absolutely.
game.
But that's all money, though.
No shit.
Right,
You
right.
could go to commercial break during one of these challenges.
You don't even have to. Like, not even the challenge. Like, just have somebody that's in the stadium watching the fucking game, eye in the sky. Hey, dickhead, that was a face mask. Call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Well-
oh, hey, dude, that was a touchdown. He didn't go down.
And actually,
Boom.
I'm going to agree with you a little bit about that because if you have like spy guys up there looking for concussions,
Yeah.
you have to at least on some of the most important plays, you got to have somebody up there. So I kind of
And,
agree with
and
you.
if
on
you
that.
want, put a timer on it, like 10 seconds after the play, they can't make a change of ruling or something.
yeah,
So,
I can see that. I
15
can see that.
seconds.
I can see that. I can just
But then you're going to run into issues on 2-minute drives, like
yeah.
something like that coming
Well,
into play.
right.
Then it's clock stoppage, and
So it's
I
or
would
scoring
still rather
plays.
have that than
I
the way
get it.
shit's
I mean,
officiated.
there's just
Shaded
no.
It's just horrible, dude. And I feel like even when we were younger, like we always felt like the refs fucked us. I don't remember it being as bad as it's been the last like 5 years.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like it's fucking horrible, and it just the NFL in general, but it definitely seems like we get fucked a lot. So like
Well,
that
you watch
fucking
other
Arizona
games.
game, what last year,
Yeah.
dude, that was like they were making sure Arizona would score
Yeah.
every time they had the fucking ball.
Yeah.
When I was watching that Packers-Lions game, I for sure thought there was going to be some sketchy shit down the stretch to have the Packers win that.
Oh, for sure.
Because you
Yeah.
know the fucking league wanted the
You
Packers
just are
to be
sitting there
playing in
waiting
San
for it.
Fran.
Yeah.
Did they though?
Yeah.
You're just sitting there
Rodgers
waiting
going
for
back to his hometown. They'd rather have that than fucking Geno Smith.
I think it's better.
Geno Smith's been playing.
I think-
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
I
I'm
think
glad
the
he's
league
out.
secretly
If I thought that's
kind
what the league
of.
would really want.
I think they secretly kind of.
He's
Fuck
gonna-
you too.
I think the league secretly kind of knew he's either leaving or retiring, so they wanted him walking off Lambeau
Lambeau.
to get that footage, and he kind of just.
That's all they-
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna see me cry, bitch.
Do you guys think he's really going to be out of there though?
I don't think so.
Looked like
It
it.
seems like the last 3 years that's what everyone's thought.
He's just a
that he
pouty
was gonna
bitch
back.
every time they lose, and then he'll go
No.
on some ayahuasca.
Are
retreat
you
and
talking?
come back.
Are you talking about is he going to be out of Green Bay or is he going to be
I don't think
out
he's
of the
retired.
league?
No
I don't
chance
think
he
he retires.
retires.
No, that's not.
The way he walked off that field looked like he's not gonna be there anymore.
Dude, last year when that press conference after the playoff game, I didn't think he was going to be back.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
if that was the last game of his career, that's so fucking funny.
Well,
He got
as-
beat by Jared Goff.
Is he going to show up as another character that's not like Con Air next year? You think he's not going to show up? He's going to be another Nicolas Cage,
new
Yeah.
character.
National Treasure.
Yeah.
He's going to show up. He's just looking for the Declaration of Independence. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that was blatant, and I'll give you that.
So they're gonna have to like get a quarterback at some point. They're gonna have to draft somebody.
I think they like golf.
Are we all in
Are you
agreement?
talking to
Green
Green Bay?
Bay.
Oh yeah.
Are we in agreement that Jordan Love isn't it?
Yeah, there's no fucking way.
not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you gonna do with that? You're not gonna give him his 5th year.
It's
So
like
he's-
San Francisco. If fucking Brock Purdy goes on a deep run, they're fucking rolling with him.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck Trey
Oh,
Lance.
absolutely.
Right.
But they look stupid though for trading all that. But I
That's
mean,
the
at the end of
problem.
the day, if they win though,
at
it
the end of the
doesn't
day,
matter.
that's why like everyone was like, oh, we want 1st-round picks. Like, dude, 1st-round picks don't mean fucking
They don't
if,
shit.
if you're good,
I-
first round picks don't mean shit.
Right.
I feel like
I agree.
it's starting to show that they do, because we saw the Rams this year. And now they have
dude,
nothing.
they haven't had a 1st-round pick in like 8 years.
I know, but
I would
they still
rather
don't.
trade everything for one fucking Super Bowl and then
Yeah,
suck
I get
dick
it.
again
Well,
for
and
33
that's-
years.
Right.
That's what the Rams did, though. too.
Yeah.
And so
Well, they were
It's
in
about-
a Super Bowl 2 years before that, and they've been winning their division.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see the Browns do, just be in the fucking playoffs every year.
right. So, not to break the vibe in the room, but I have to bring this up. So, Bernie Kosar wagering 19,000, and you brought that up. The 19. I didn't think about that at first. So
That's off.
he bet it, and he actually put it on.
He must have knew he was going to get fired.
What was Bernie thinking? So 19,000 on the Browns to
Was he
beat the
drinking
Steelers
again?
on Tipico Sportsbook, which I've seen that online. I'm like, of all the places to put a wager on, and
That's
then
probably where he thought like he
then he
couldn't
goes
get
on
found
social
out
media.
there.
He goes on social media, and they're actually taking the video of him putting the wager on there.
Stud.
He didn't look drunk. I don't think.
He's been like that for like 30 years now. That's just what
Maybe-
it looks like normal.
He's
Yeah.
such a fucking legend, dude.
And he is, and I love Bernie, but boy, oh boy, so Bernie goes ahead and gets fired from his pregame show because of.
It's probably still worth it for him too.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
Well,
he doesn't have a publicist, right?
Oh, fuck no. There's no way. If
There's
it
no
does,
way
they
he has
need
a
to be fired.
publicist, right?
So, you know him and Hanford Dixon have a podcast, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's... I can't think of the fucking name of it, but...
What's his name?
Hanford Dixon.
Hanford Dixon?
Oh.
The
What hands your dick? in?
the original Dog Pound guy, but it's pretty good. It's him and Hanford, and they have some other... I can't think of the other dude's name, but I need to watch the
Is he
one
still-
after that,
is
because he had to talk about
He
it.
had to. So it's still ongoing. I mean, he was fired
Yeah,
basically
I mean,
from the Cleveland Browns
Yeah, he can do
organization.
his podcast.
Right. So, yeah, but I had to bring that up. So, all right, we're going to get into some of the games this coming week for the NFL. It's the playoff games. We have 2 games on Saturday, 3 games Sunday, 1 game Monday. But start off just leading up to this. Jags 20, Titans 16. It was last Thursday night. I was watching it. I was watching it. Everybody was watching it.
I think everybody. Was
Yeah,
watching
everybody's
it.
really kind of watching that game. Derrick Henry still over 100 yards in that game, which you kind of expected that. And the Titans had it. Then Josh Allen he picked up a scoop and score for 37 yards.
that looked like a pass initially.
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah.
I thought that was coming back for sure.
Yeah.
And then you look at it and no, it just fucking happened that way.
Yeah. So that game was actually for the division, which I couldn't believe. I mean, I can, but I can't believe that was actually because the Jags have been so hot as of late.
Yeah.
And the Titans.
But the Titans have been an absolute
7 straight.
implosion.
Yeah.
And they've had
Well, they've had injuries.
the injuries are just absolutely terrible. What's the bigger implosion this year, Seattle or the Titans?
Well, Seattle made
Well,
it.
Seattle.
I mean, Seattle made
I
the
thought
playoffs.
Seattle was going to be one of the fucking first picks in the draft.
Yeah.
Right. I
They
think we all
definitely
did.
outperformed what
Oh yeah.
they should have.
I mean, I wouldn't even. It's kind of an implosion, but they've just had so many fucking injuries. Like, they almost won that game.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, dude, fucking.
With the third string
I wanted Mike
Yeah.
Vrabel as a goddamn coach when he was on the market too. So
Yeah,
bad.
I do. So we have Chargers actually have to play at the Jags.
Where they lost 38-10 earlier in the year.
I told you.
Saturday night.
Jags first round win.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
that's a good bet.
Yep. You think?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
Okay.
that
I
definitely.
got $50 on it with Miller, so
So you
that's
got
one of my bets.
you got the Jags on money line? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
just win. Yep.
Just to win?
Yep.
All
I
right.
think they win first round for sure.
I think that's the game I have no clue. I feel like there's like multiple ways that game could play. If the Jags can like keep it in the 20s, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
But if the Chargers can
That game
fucking-
for me is the Giants.
Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah, that's
I
tough
don't
too.
know what's gonna happen.
I'm probably not gonna bet either of those games.
Right. So it just is going to be a stay.
There's so many locks like first round that you can bet on though.
Yeah, I'll probably just do like touchdown props in those games
Yeah.
because I don't know who's gonna win those.
Right. So Chargers,
But I did pick the Chargers to win the Super Bowl preseason over the Rams.
you know,
At least one of them wasn't a dickhead pick.
well, no, and the Chargers. Well, no, that was my New Orleans pick. That
Yeah.
was terrible.
If Jameis Winston
They
would have
almost-
played, they would have fucking won. the Super
I
Bowl.
still have no idea what's going on there. I can't
Well,
believe
he
that-
must have just been like Sean Payton's guy.
I mean, did they burn his retinas out
I
when
don't
they were
know.
doing his lazy guy
I mean,
surgery?
it wasn't like Andy Dalton fucking played well.
That's what I mean. I don't understand. The Saints were still kind of in the thick of it, but you know, Andy Dalton, whatever. But so my feeling is the Chargers are getting healthy at the right time. They're getting
No, because their
defensive
dumbass
guys
fucking
back.
coach played their
That's-
starters last week for no reason, and Mike
Yeah.
Williams is now.
Yeah, but they only
and so
played
is
him for
Bosa.
like a drive, didn't they?
No, they were playing in
They
the
played
second half.
who? The Giants and Giants.
No, no, no.
No,
the Chargers.
I know, but who did they play? last week?
Denver, with nothing,
Oh,
no
yeah.
playoff
Nothing
positioning,
riding
no. And Williams got dinged up, and so did Bosa, which is like every time those guys play.
Well, there's no argument here. I mean, I think Staley sucks. He sucks. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's probably the most talented team in the league.
yeah. If they had,
So-
if they had like Sean Payton,
if coaching's a real thing in that game, and so we have Doug Peterson and Staley going at it,
Jacksonville advantage on
Peterson,
that.
advantage.
But like talent-wise, probably the Chargers.
It's gotta
but
be the
in
Chargers.
playoffs, you got to go down to coaching.
Yeah,
Well-
it'll be interesting to see how,
Especially at
how
home,
Sunshine plays in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I mean, quarterbacks,
Right.
very similar situation. I'd take Herbert a little
Yeah.
over Lawrence, but they're close.
Lawrence
Yeah.
has been lighting it up.
Yeah.
He has.
He's got a weird fucking release.
It is. It's a little. So does Herbert, though, honestly.
I'm gonna.
So does
I'll have to
Deshaun.
show you that video of
I
Tua.
hate Deshaun Watson's release.
I'll have to show you that.
Because
Where they
I feel like he doesn't come back far enough, but then he just
His
sings
arm
it like
goes
a rubber
forward
band.
so quick.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He barely comes to his head and just.
I'll have to
gone.
find the video of the guy superimposed Tua throwing right-handed, and it looks
Really?
so
Yeah.
different. It looks like normal.
I hate Tua throwing left-handed. Makes me want to puke.
Right, but that's like all left-handers that look
Yeah.
weird.
Well,
but
except
when he
for
throws it
Mike Vick
right-handed,
made it look fucking
yeah.
good.
He did. I agree with that.
Mike Vick looked less awkward. That's for sure.
All right. So what's everybody's pick here?
4.
You going Jags? Or you taking?
I'm Jags.
You on the Jags?
Probably the Jags.
Okay.
Not
I'm gonna be the
confident.
odd man out because I'm gonna take the Chargers.
Well,
I'm
actually,
gonna take the Chargers.
But the
here.
Chargers play better on the road. I mean, I know they got their ass.
They don't have a home
Right.
stadium, so it doesn't really
No.
matter.
It's-
Right,
So
they
that's-
play
that's
16, 17 road games a year.
That's
They
true.
really do.
That's true.
I love McAfee ripping on that fucking stadium. He's like, you somehow were inside.
It's fucking
It's
raining.
fucking raining in here. He said it at least 10 times during the natty. It was so funny. And he's under scrutiny now because he was thanking college football. He said, I've penetrated college football and lived inside of it all year now. He said it live on his broadcast. Like, so
Well,
he's
yeah.
under scrutiny now. And
Robert Griffin can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. Jigaboo.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Jigaboo's not bad.
But no, some of the
Nobody's. Can I make a point here? And
If
nobody is getting away with that.
But this is
if they're
McAfee
white.
on
If
like,
they're white, they're not getting away
Oh,
with that,
yeah,
and you
sure.
know, absolutely know that. And that's not a shot. They're
and he
not.
called George's mascot a son of a bitch, which he technically is.
Yeah.
So he's. Yeah.
Did you see where I guess PETA is asking for Uga to be released?
He's
That's
a
the
pet.
Did you see
he's
this?
the winningest Uga of all time.
He
They
really
said,
is.
yeah.
I mean, even during that game, Uga's sleeping.
He was sleeping
Kinda-
during the fucking third quarter of the Ohio State game. That was one of the best games.
Uga
of
wasn't
college
even
football.
at the game. He was at
No,
home.
he couldn't fly.
Yeah.
Oh, during that one?
dude, that dog probably lives better
PETA
lives than
Peter would
80% of
have
the
Oh,
population.
yeah.
shot that fucking plane down out of the sky. Like, we'd rather him die in a fiery crash than have to live in that airplane for 4 hours.
All right. We got to move on here. We got to cover some of this. So we have Dolphins at the Bills. Thank God Dolphins helped us out and kept the Steelers out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Assholes.
I'm going to throw that right there. So Bills minus 13.5.
It was
It,
so-
it opened at 10.5.
It was so funny
I
watching the
was
Steelers
right.
crowd as
Pounding
they
it.
found out the Dolphins won.
They're so sad.
Yeah.
We're like,
So-
how did we beat the Browns, but we're still not going to the playoffs?
So I definitely don't see that line getting a 14.
You guys were way
How
under
does
on
it
it
not?
last week.
Yeah.
was
I
not
said
even
10
gonna
and a
play.
half. I almost texted you guys when I opened them, but I was like, that's kind of gay to like
I'm
brag
not-
about something like that.
I'm not
Oh, that's
laying
fine.
those points.
So Tua's been officially rolled out versus the Bills. So Skylar Thompson is going to lead the way.
That might be a game where they pull like Josh Allen after the third quarter.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah,
You
it's
think
like
it's gonna be that
it's
bad?
Literally like
In
a
Buffalo,
preseason game.
like-
And I know it's in Buffalo. So the team split the season. The point I want to bring up is the team split the season, and it was 1917. It was both with
very
Tua.
different Dolphins team.
And
Very different.
3 points. So the largest spread that I think I ever saw was when Aaron Rodgers was out, and it was somewhere in the neighborhood of a 12-point swing. What if Tua was playing in this game?
I still think there's 7.5.
Seven,
At
6.5,
least.
7.5.
Yeah, but it's a lot closer than 13 and a half.
I mean,
I would say 7 and a
It's
half.
only
not
at
worth 12.
13 because everybody hammered the fucking Bills.
Right.
10
right, because you said it opened at 10, right?
10.5, yeah.
A 10.5. 3 points or less. Miami's rushing defense.
That's
I'm not
irrelevant, though.
okay.
I might take this game with like 17.
The only thing
I
that
just
scares
have-
me
I-
is like Josh Allen still makes really fucking dumb mistakes, and the Dolphins' defense is good. I don't
But
think
they're
the
not
Dolphins
gonna
are
be able
gonna
to capitalize.
right.
on
I don't think they're gonna win, but
They could have 4 turnovers, and that doesn't mean they're going to score any
I'm
points.
drinking that.
the problem is now that like the Dolphins
You need
have a good running game, but like the
I
Bills
just-
are just gonna put 10 guys in the box.
I have a feeling that
Good. I mean,
it's going to be closer than we think.
Oh, I'm not
That's where
I'm not laying the points right here.
I'm going opposite. I think they absolutely.
I think it'll be like a 10
I think
point
it
game.
is like they're that black dude on the edge of the bed emoji. And the Dolphins are just like. I think that's what happens.
Canceled.
cancel.
No, if you're gonna cancel me, then get rid of that fucking meme. You'll never do that.
That's Barry Wood.
yeah,
Barry
that's
Wood,
very
Barry
good.
Wood is
Yeah.
an absolute legend.
My favorite is,
Peter's
is the
coming
light.
after you, dude, because you said that black guy was fucking a dolphin.
I didn't say he was fucking him. I'm saying they were just.
They said dolphins do fuck for fun.
I'm saying the dolphin was laying there just taking it
Oh.
right on the face.
Right on the blowhole.
Little bit of garlic parmesan and barbecue come right on top of them.
All right. I'm not trying to talk. When I look at some of these spreads, though, in that the 3 points between it was 3 points or less in the two games. Skylar Thompson in the bill, or Skylar Thompson, is he giving up that much
Yeah.
versus Tua?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like Anthony
sucks.
Brown.
Two is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're the only one on the train that
No.
thinks Tua sucks.
Well, I don't think Tua sucks. I don't
Yeah,
think
you
he's
do.
that.
Yeah,
great.
you do.
Okay, all right. But I
Same
don't.
with like the Anthony Brown for the Ravens. Like
I
he's
don't-
that much worse than Tyler Huntley.
I do.
Did you watch? No, you wouldn't have because it was on CBS too. But I watched like highlights of that. That was one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen in the NFL. He
Yeah.
literally like handed the ball to Trey Hendrickson in the end zone for a fucking touchdown.
And they still.
Almost. Yeah, I mean I don't think the
They kept it
Bengals
close.
are going to cover either.
No, I think, dude, that might be upset of the week right there.
Oh, if Lamar Jackson was playing, I'd probably fucking pick the Ravens.
What?
So we're gonna
Dude,
get.
fucking.
But no,
Did you-
no,
did you
no,
see what
no,
Joe Burrow did
no
last
chance
week?
right here.
No.
He was
way.
like 21 of 47 for like 215 yards.
Okay, that's probably a dude just fucking around. Like, you've locked up the division.
So the Bengals are favored by 9.
But no,
and a
they
half.
had to win that
Yeah,
game.
they had to win it.
Or else it would have gone to that goddamn coin
Oh, the
flip.
coin
That's why
toss,
Mixon, that was cool as fuck.
Does this mean anything to anybody? Bengals on an 8-game winning streak. The last time they lost was to the Browns, and we were at that game. Now,
Seems like a
granted,
year ago.
right. Now, granted that the Bills and Bengals game wasn't played, so we really didn't know what the outcome of that game was going to be.
I mean, early on it looked like the fucking Bengals were rolling on offense.
Right.
But, I mean, it was fucking
Shit
7
forward.
minutes in the game.
Right.
So,
Shit changes.
And it could have changed.
yeah. Next play could have been a pick six. Who fucking knows?
And
We've seen him throw pick sixes in that stadium before.
Yeah.
Right there, right in front of us.
I can still smell the chili.
I can
But
still,
it's
I
a
can
good
still
thing-
smell the
it's a
fans.
good thing we didn't have a bell.
Last game between the two teams saw the Bengals jump out early. They had a first half, and then they were just kind of flat. I think in the second half of that game, their last Sunday, they didn't
Shut it
care.
down.
They didn't care.
Like they knew they were gonna win. I think the Ravens though also didn't really they sat most of their guys. Like I think both teams were kind of like, we're not showing you anything.
Yeah, because they were going to play each other
Yeah.
regardless of who
Yeah.
got the
Yeah, what would
division.
have had to have happened for them to not?
If the
play
Ravens
in the
would have
playoffs?
won, they would have came down.
They both. Oh, you mean like seeding
Like
wise?
the next week, seating wise, for them to not play each other. I don't
They
think
were
there was a
I don't think
guaranteed to
scenario.
play each
yeah,
other.
they were guaranteed.
Yeah,
It
there
was
wasn't a scenario.
It was just a matter of where it would be.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so once the Ravens go down at half,
Which that's fucking stupid that the Bills Chiefs will be in Atlanta.
Right.
But they said that Indianapolis couldn't host it because they had some fucking cheerleading convention or some shit. Like the NFL
Those
takes
little
fucking
sluts.
superiority over them.
So we already kind of covered this. Lamar's going to be rolled out for the game. Is he trying to force the Ravens here with his contract? I mean, that's still kind
they
of
that all
just-
year.
they look like shit and lose without him, then that's definitely a big flex for that.
absolutely. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Smart.
they
Yeah,
just
but
get
that's
their
gotta-
ass handed to
At
them.
this point, he is like kind of, even if he's not super hurt, he definitely has a nagging injury. And yeah, get paid, bro. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this season.
Right.
In the scheme of your life, who gives a shit about this season?
Yeah.
Go make
Right.
fucking $250 million.
It makes me wonder though, like what his teammates think though of that.
They're probably
They're
behind
probably
him.
on his side.
Yeah, but
The
then
dude's
it's like,
unanimous MVP.
The
Yeah,
only people
yeah, but
aren't
then-
on his side are like the fringe guys that like this is their year in the NFL. Like
Right.
they want
you're
something to
fucking us
happen.
this year.
But those
That's
guys,
what I wonder. Like,
in the scheme of things, those guys don't really matter anyways. So.
right.
But they all have to understand that. Like,
Yeah.
why would he risk anything and they're not paying him? Like, he should have got paid last year.
Yeah.
He shouldn't
Yeah.
be waiting for a contract.
Well, he turned down a lot of fucking money too.
He did.
Well, this is,
But-
I mean, it's on their front office.
Precedent,
Yeah.
dude.
If you would have paid him, he would have been back 3 games ago. You'd have the
He
number.
does. He deserves a bigger contract than Deshaun Watson.
For sure.
Yeah. He's won.
What the fuck are you looking at?
You got me.
Does Deshaun have a unanimous MVP?
No, he doesn't. He,
He
also
deserves to
played with
make
the Texans.
at least more than Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I actually
He's
tend to
probably
agree with
fucking
that.
playing your kids right now on Xbox Live. Sitting there with his fucking leg propped up. Cliff Kingsbury's still going to get them snacks from the fridge.
You know, here's a couple things with Lamar. That tweet that we brought up a few pods ago, when he's going back at that kid, who's a nobody.
It's literally the first time I've ever seen Lamar do something dumb.
Anything, yeah.
But
you never hear anything about
you
him
don't-
off the field.
Okay, granted, but this was a time that it has actually happened. And I know that I'm not a Lamar proponent,
You're not.
but,
Oh.
and I am not. I am not.
Hey, first 3 years I wasn't either. But at some point, he has changed
win.
their whole. He hasn't changed their whole
He wins
organization,
basically
but
every time
he
he
made him
plays.
a winning organization again.
Right. So the 12 games Lamar
Save
started.
John Harbaugh's job.
Yeah.
Just a little
Yeah.
point I want to make here. Lamar, the 12 games he started this season, the Ravens were in the top 10 on offensive scoring, with Huntley their third to last.
But he's a Pro Bowler.
Huntley is
He's
a
a Pro
stud.
Bowler. So who's your pick on this game? You got 9. It's 9.5. I think I saw some books at 9. It basically matches the same spread as last week.
Give me the Bengals.
I
To
mean,
cover.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they're covering, but I think they win.
You want to make a
Mark, what do you think?
Those helmets were green.
9.5 or 9.
So you-
Basically a match of
I
last
think
week.
just because of the quarterback situation, I'm going to take the Bengals to cover.
Yep.
Hey,
I have a tendency.
these
I just
helmets
think
are
they're-
fucking green.
These helmets are green.
I just
You missed that.
I was so confident. man.
You were.
You fucking were too.
I was.
Watching the Eagles game, and I'm like, why would they be wearing green helmets with their all black uniforms?
They were dark green, Ryan.
The,
Yeah.
the helmets like reflected the field like on it though.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they were glossy, so they looked super dark green. And
Yeah.
they weren't.
Wrong.
They were black.
Just a little bit of betting nugget here. So the Bengals are 4-0 against the spread in the playoffs, but
They were underdogs.
they were underdogs. Well, 3 of the 4 against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Who?
The Raiders,
The
their first
Raiders.
No,
playoff
I mean,
team.
who are we talking
Bengals.
about? Oh,
The Bengals are 4-0
okay.
against the spread in the playoffs.
And that's last year where the Raiders should have been the Chargers, but
Yeah.
the Chargers coach sucks.
Charger.
dick.
They were the Bengals were 6.5 point home favorites against the Bengals last year, and that came down to Derek Carr throwing that
Oh.
pick with by what the 2-yard line.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Was
Yeah,
Pete Carroll coaching? Or?
Just hand the ball.
yeah.
I'm just-
Well, no, they
yeah, I
had,
could just run it over.
they had the injury. Yeah. The other thing I kind of noticed on this too, so J.K. Dobbins didn't play at all. Is he going to be a difference maker? Are the Bengals going to stop him?
I mean, if what the fuck's his name plays the way he's capable, yeah. What's his fucking name? Their defensive tackle?
Oh, Reader?
Campbell.
Yeah, DJ Reader. He's
Oh.
like, I was listening to someone on, like 97.1 The Fan. They had the Bengals reporter come in, and she was saying that like he's the MVP of that defense. Like he's their fucking Aaron Donald.
Right.
Like he
I thought you were
clogs up the
talking about
middle.
Clayus Campbell.
No. Dobbins
Right.
didn't play because he was banged up, but like they weren't gonna play him if it fucking didn't matter.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a tight game.
Their running game like can keep them in it, and like the Ravens defense can like if they can cause some turnovers, but I still think the Bengals are just they have way too much firepower.
What's
The Ravens are gonna have to fucking score like twice on defense or special teams.
look this up.
The
Go ahead.
Bengals are also like becoming the NFL's story too. Outside of like DeMar Hamlin and Buffalo, the fucking NFL loves Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They love Joe Burrow.
I love Joe Burrow.
I do too.
I'm not gonna say I don't love the Bengals obviously, but
yeah, I like.
he's hard not to
I
root
like
for.
Joe Shiesty.
He is.
He's that dude.
He is.
Like I love his confidence too.
Yeah.
Like when they asked him like how long is the window's my whole career.
Yeah, he's
Right.
just
Like he
He knows he's
flopped
good.
his dick out.
he knows he's good. Yeah,
Joe Burrow is the new likable Tom Brady.
pretty much. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you. Guess I don't like that guy at all. We know this.
He makes out with his children. That's all.
That's
Brady,
odd.
right.
And Aaron Rodgers does drugs.
He does only in the offseason.
He's a druggie.
And
He didn't go to dare class.
Makes him more likable.
He has a painting in his house of that lion just in a noose being hung. The dare lion.
right. All right, moving on.
Sean-
We're Dobbins.
With Dan Campbell's face on it.
Speaking of the Lions, is Jamal Williams not everybody's favorite
Dude, he's awesome.
athlete right now?
Yeah.
That dude is so
I
cool.
rewound that like 3 times to watch that intro.
Oh, did you see Aiden Hutchinson? He said the
Yeah.
Michigan. Like,
You're
bitch,
such a faggot.
that's a troll on like a
Yeah.
team that beat your ass.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Can't
I don't give a fuck.
Like, why are you gonna troll another team? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, you beat Ohio State one time while you were there.
Yeah, you were.
That's
there
my
for 4
favorite. What
years.
the fucking Taylor Lewan?
Yeah.
He always talks shit. He went
Never
0-4 against Ohio State.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys have won 2 games.
Yeah. Good job.
All right, moving on here. Seahawks 19, Rams 16. We watched this game as kind of a leak over. Baker being Baker, 13 of 26.
Just missed a
So,
wide open fucking go route.
50%.
You know.
So it really came down to, so Seattle got the first possession in overtime, went ahead and punted it to the Rams. Baker threw that pick.
They probably thought they had a better chance to fucking score on defense than offense.
Right?
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna give Baker the ball. He might
Yeah.
fucking throw a pick 6.
He let us down one last time.
No
Not
touchdown.
me. He helped me. He's the reason I have my hair.
So was Gino really that much better though? I mean, he was 19 to 31 for a 213 and a touchdown. 2 picks by Ramsey. And it should have been 3.
But he's
Yeah, we were
also
watching.
he's a big
Yeah.
fucking part of why they're going to the fucking playoffs.
Right.
Who would have ever
He's-
thought?
He has the
Nobody.
passing yard record in
That's
Seattle.
so funny.
First year.
Russell Wilson, worst year of his career. Got his records broken by Geno Smith.
I honestly think Russ is just cooked.
I'll wait till this
Really?
year to see if
Like,
if it
I
happens
need
again.
I need one more year.
I know because dude, like the
You
coach.
normally just
the
need
coach is
one game,
retarded.
Sean. Sean's like, after one game, oh, he's done. He's fucking done. He sucks. Is he done?
He's. I am a Russ fan, but
That's right.
he can't be that bad.
Dude.
I just can't see him being that
But
bad.
he can't be
But he
that
was,
much
though.
worse with a coach. Like
Yeah, but Pete Carroll also can't make him that much better.
No,
If he
because
sucks.
he's a
Tyler Lockett,
defensive
DK
guy.
Metcalf probably certainly helped.
I'm a little on your side, Sean. I don't think he's that bad.
I don't either.
I don't think Pete Carroll could make him look that good if he's that shitty of a quarterback. There's a lot of shit he did that like kept them in games. Like 8-9 second plays just fucking running around and throwing the ball. It's just I don't know what his
But
issue
he
is.
doesn't have the mobility that he once had anymore, and he's 34.
That's true. That's true.
He's 5'11".
That's
And it's
true.
all
He's-
his fault too, because he fucking took all that money and then
Great
they couldn't
point.
protect him at
Great
all.
point, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like
didn't think about that.
he's small, so like once the mobility's gone, he's not gonna be the same guy.
He still used to just throw such a beautiful ball.
And he
he's
did.
I remember that
friendliest
fucking
person
one
in the
to
NFL. That probably
what,
doesn't
Doug
know.
Baldwin against the
Yeah.
Packers when he
Oh,
knocked
yeah.
out Aaron Rodgers
Yep.
in the playoffs. Even though Rodgers is fucking the GOAT or something.
Or something.
Quit. All right, so we have Seattle at San Francisco. San Francisco currently is -10. That seems really, really small.
I'm most confident like of the big underdogs in Seattle covering. Just because Pete
They-
Carroll's probably the best coach out of
Yeah.
all of
They just played not that long ago, right?
December 15th.
I watched that. I think I watched most of that game, and they could not get anything going on offense. Maybe
Right.
that's different this week, but they are like healthy and ready to fuck in San Francisco.
Yeah, give me San Fran to the Super Bowl.
I might take them with the points on that.
Yeah. It seems a little trappy to me.
Yeah, I don't hate the not cover.
Yeah.
San Fran definitely wins.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
San Francisco money line's definitely there, I think, but
I'm not
boy.
gonna bet that.
I just trust, like, of all, like I said, the big underdogs, like Pete Carroll is better than fucking Mike McDaniel and what the fuck's his name?
Dayball?
No, never mind. Harbaugh. I mean, that'd be different if Lamar was playing,
Right.
but
Dayball's an underdog, ain't he?
San Francisco's like
they like the Vikings over
they're
there?
healthy.
Yeah, that
minus
price -3. Yeah.
I like. Fuck, I don't know.
So,
That's a tight spread.
Yeah, that's
this stat for you, since taking over for Garoppolo, Brock Purdy has over 3-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks, and he's mobile.
and they put him in great spots too. They don't ask him to do too much.
It just
What do you think, Ryan?
the last pick of the draft, and we've drafted like 70 quarterbacks.
We
I
never.
don't think he's that great. I think he's like a Alex Smith, like
But
a
we had fucking Mike Shanahan or
Kyle.
Kyle Shanahan in Cleveland, and we ran him out.
Yeah, we also had
Who was
Bill
the
Belichick and
what
Nick
fucking
Saban at the same time.
who was there when he Hoyer? That was Hoyer and
Hoyer.
Manziel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
So,
you know how that ended.
what do you?
Lots of cocaine.
Of course,
But I mean, like, he doesn't have to be great. He's for
just
the
has
last
to
pick of the
literally-
draft
Team is
is
just so
unbelievable.
He has
Yeah,
to
they are.
like do that to
Yeah.
go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He doesn't ever have to have like a 400-yard game.
Well, because the defense is
Their team
if they
is so
Yeah.
good
and,
everywhere.
and McCaffrey's fucking probably the healthiest he's been.
if they let up more than 20 points in a playoff game this year, I'll be thoroughly surprised.
can I ask you something about McCaffrey?
No,
I'm going to ask you about this.
He's a personal friend of mine. No.
Is McCaffrey, is it magical how McCaffrey has not got injured since he's went to San Francisco?
I don't think he's like injury. He had an injury last year. I don't think he's an injury prone guy.
Yeah, but he's been banged up.
he's an NFL running. He's a
Right.
white NFL running.
That's
back.
undersized. He's gonna get injured.
And he just went to a team that had like 30 injuries last year.
Right.
In California, probably a healthier place than North Carolina. Like he's probably breathing better air.
He doesn't
and
have to
shit.
fuck with alligators.
He's
California is not better air quality
No.
than the Carolinas. I will.
McCaffrey's slowly turning into a robot. He just needs oil to function.
All right. So, what's the pick here? San Francisco, are they covering?
I'm on the edge there.
I'll say they cover.
I'll say they cover barely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like
It's like a one-score game though in the third
23 to
quarter.
13. You know.
What I don't like about these are the double-digit spreads.
Yeah, that's got to be the most
in the
first
playoffs.
round.
I just wish.
Well, the Bills are favored by 13.5.
Right. I mean, I don't know.
But there's also a lot of injuries.
I wish they were. I wish all the teams were fucking full strength. Like if you were telling
Sure.
me Bills,
Sure you would.
Dolphins,
Sure you
Yeah, I like
Ravens,
Miami.
Bengals in the playoffs,
Yeah,
healthy,
be
that'd
sick.
be fun.
So,
Well, fuck,
You're talking-
even week 5 Seattle versus San Fran, that'd be a badass game. And Seattle's just went to the wayside since halfway through the year.
so it's hard to beat a divisional opponent 3 times in 1 year.
It is.
So that's we kind of know that.
Pittsburgh did it in 02.
Right. 20 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so we're on San Francisco to cover.
I think so.
Probably. It's.
Yeah.
I don't like that bet at all, though.
I mean, I'm not betting, so I don't give a fuck. But
You're gonna bet. You're gonna get
You
on that train.
will.
You will bet.
I come back here next
Speaking
week.
of, have you done any, like, alright, I'm signing you up so I get the free $100.
I already
And
did
you,
it.
motherfucker.
I sent her the link.
I started sending people links I hadn't talked to in years. I'm like, here, sign up on this. I did.
People are like, who is this?
New
It's like,
phone.
oh, I met you one time at the gas station. I got your number because I don't
Remember-
remember. Sign up for FanDuel.
Remember when we went to prom together? Link sent.
And I begged your sister dumpster while you were throwing it up in the bed.
Right.
And you already got Paige signed up.
And she's fucking doing better than me.
All right, moving on here.
Didn't Logan win a shit ton of money?
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
And that cocksucker won more last week.
Yeah.
1,400.
Yeah, he hit for 109,000.
What a dickhead.
Yeah. That was on like just a normal DraftKings lineup though.
He hit a parlay of 2 first scorers in NBA games. Like, how lucky is that?
That was before the new year where you could bet like sportsbook.
Yeah, so he did it.
All right, Cowboys.
Did it in true DraftKings style.
Cowboys 6, Redskins 26.
Why do we keep going back and forth between playoffs and games from last?
Well, I'm just kind of integrating. I'm trying to integrate them. So Dak Prescott.
to the next.
He fucking was horrible.
Dak, that's what I keep telling you, fucking.
Dude, I agreed with
But
you.
The Cowboys are not
I agreed
it.
with you.
They're not it.
I agreed with you.
They will never be.
I actually disagreed with you, and I'll
Yeah, I think
own
you
up
were
to
the only
that.
one that did.
But after seeing this, I mean, it's Dak Prescott. He has to be a liability. Now, I am on the train
Yeah.
where he's a liability on this.
Yeah.
If you're up, like if the Cowboys are up against Tampa in the third quarter, you just run the ball for the whole rest of the game. You don't ever even throw the ball again. Which sucks because then you're giving Tom Brady the ball. But at this point, it's better to play Tampa Bay's run defense, being the Cowboys' two-headed monster they have, than to let Dak just
Fucking
throw
throw pick
picks.
sixes.
Yeah.
Did you see that play? The 2 plays in a row where the guy dropped the pick 6, and then the very next play he threw a pick 6 to the same guy on the same time. It was back-to-back plays. You would have thought it was.
We're going to talk about regression.
You would have thought it was a
Yes.
replay.
He's regressed
Yeah,
horribly.
there was a point last year where I would have taken Dak for the Browns.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
And I would have.
Never again.
There
There was also a point where I wanted Russell Wilson.
I also feel like part of it is being in Dallas don't probably really help him.
Well, and my thing is, and I think I've been on this train too, was I've been talking about I believe Dak Prescott is going to be the hindrance of this team. But when you have Dallas and they're giving up 500 yards to the Jaguars
Right.
in that game, I mean, this is a hard one for me. They could, of course, the Redskins stopping the run.
I still think they beat Tampa.
I don't. I'll take Tampa.
I do too, but I don't. And Tom Brady, 7-0 against Dallas, 3-0 since 2019.
Yeah, but these are different teams.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I threw in the 3-0 since
I still
2019.
think like Dallas's defense, they got dudes on that side.
Yeah, 'cause
they can run the
The
ball.
Bucks offensive
He just
line
has.
is so
He
beat
just
up.
needs to not lose in the game.
Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should win that game.
Yeah.
Now, after
if
that-
Dak doesn't fucking play like an idiot, they could
Right.
probably win that game. But
Which goes back to my
I don't know
point,
who.
liability-wise, and this is going to be the Monday night playoff.
Which I figured would be Mike McCarthy would be the big liability.
And he
Well, he
still
adds to
could
that.
be. He still
Yeah.
could be. I mean, you give him a clock and he can't tell which way to turn the hands. So,
No.
I mean,
So I turned this counterclockwise.
so I kind of did this. I did this last night. So Dallas is averaging 22 points a game, giving up 26 over the last 5. Tampa, and I left out last week's game because Tampa was playing the Falcons. They sat everybody. So they're averaging 19 points a game and giving up 25. So I think the
Bucks.
spreads, yeah.
Yeah, but look at the game before.
No, I'm just
When
going
it's-
over the last 5. I'm leaving out the Falcons game where they sat
okay.
everybody.
No, I'm talking about the game where they blew up and Mike Evans had fucking 3 touchdowns.
Correct.
That was still a close ass game.
It
Yeah, I mean,
showed
they
you
needed
like
it.
right into the playoffs, like what
When
Tom
they
Brady
needed it.
can still do.
Oh, I mean, like, dude, it would not surprise me if he won. But that's just
I don't
what he
think
does.
either outcome of this game will surprise me.
No, but I just
The only way
heart
I've
of
seen
hearts, I think Dallas,
Dallas
is a better
wins is
team.
like if fucking Micah Parsons just eats.
I don't think Dallas wins.
Well, I think my biggest thing is number one, Dak Prescott. Is he going to be a liability?
Well, yeah.
If he's not,
Probably.
if he's not a liability,
Then they win.
then they're probably going to win.
If there was one interception or less, they should win.
They should win.
Yep, 2 picks.
And they're done. Yeah.
I mean, Brady's throwing 45 passes a game.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
have
fucking-
a running game.
They
Yeah.
can't run.
Brady might have 2 fumbles.
And that
an
Tampa
interception, too.
defense is
It's
not good.
No, it's not what they were a couple years ago.
Right. So,
Whoever wins
Good.
this game probably gets smoked next round.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless they
I
play
don't know who they
Minnesota.
play.
They'll play Philly or
Philly.
they'll play San Francisco.
just based off those numbers, I think the spread is probably where it needs to
Or
be.
no, it is Philly. Yeah, they'll play Philly.
What's their seed?
Tampa's the 4.
4.
Well, Tampa's a 4, and then
Dallas is
Dallas
5.
is
it's 5. So if they win, they'll probably end up
They'll
playing.
play Philly.
They won't play Philly. They'll play
Because if
the.
the Giants win, they play Philly. Because Philly will
Yeah,
play the
depending on
lowest remaining seed.
Yeah, depending who's the seeds.
Well, yeah, it depends if Minnesota wins
Right.
or the Giants win.
Yeah, so it'd be either the Giants or the winner of this.
All
game.
right, so who's your pick?
We'll just
Cowboys.
let's do after the
You
Giants
Cowboys.
Vikings. We'll just do like
Sure.
playoff.
All right.
Playoff.
All right. Giants Vikings. This is a tough one. Very, very tough one for me.
Yeah.
Vikings -3. It's at the Vikings.
So on a neutral field, it's a fucking pick 'em.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings have a pretty good crowd. I mean, Barkley didn't play last week versus the Eagles. I don't know if that was on purpose.
Probably.
They didn't
Yeah,
play,
they
they didn't
was
play
on purpose.
anybody.
They said Danny Dimes.
And their
too.
fucking backups played against Philly's starters pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So-
backboarded the fuck out of that.
I mean, Vikings only played half. They only played their starters for half the game versus the Bears and Nathan Peterson. Peterman. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
I'm
there.
picking the Vikings in that.
I
They're
love
home.
Nathan Peterson.
It's so. I don't know what to do with this game, honestly. Like,
I think I'm taking Minnesota just because it's at home, and I don't trust.
it's
Danny Dimes.
which fucking do you like that? Do you get it? Like that's what
Right.
it comes down to.
Yeah, if they can keep him upright.
Yeah,
they
because
should
the
play.
Giants'
They should be
pass
fine.
rush is finally healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
So if they can
And
get
it's
after
also
Cousins,
fucking Daniel Jones. Like, what do you have there?
Right.
In his first playoff.
he's gonna have to
Their coach
run.
is great. Daboll is fucking
Yeah, I
awesome.
like Daniel
Yeah.
too.
I
But
don't
it's
think-
also Daniel Jones.
I don't think it's going to be tough for them because they're not going to have a great pick to get somebody.
Yes.
Do you think that's Aaron Rodgers where he goes?
No.
To the Giants.
Yeah,
No. I don't think he can
Man.
handle the New York market.
I think he'd
He
be alright.
can't handle the Green Bay.
No.
You know what? I never really even thought about that.
I think Lamar's going
I
to end up in
seriously
New
didn't
York.
think about that.
Not with the Giants, but I think Lamar
Jets.
could end up with the Jets.
I think Rodgers could end up with the Jets.
The goddamn Jets.
I don't think Rodgers would want to
He loves
Step
green,
into-
bro. He loves green.
Eli's shadow.
So, the regular season, Minnesota won this game, and they won by a field goal last second.
61 yards.
Okay,
That's a boot.
but I think we're all in agreement.
Sean said, okay.
Okay. I don't give a fuck how long.
No, that's a great field goal. No, it is a great field goal. But what I'm saying is,
You should have seen the trajectory of it. Beautiful.
okay. But when we're talking about the actual bet, though, and in the Giants and Vikings, it's Minnesota -3, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Home field.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, I could see.
Kirk Cousins played at 425.
I could see Kirk Cousins fucking shitting down his pants, but
They could also win by fucking.
I watch a lot of
Not
their
anymore.
games too, and they fucking as soon as a couple running plays don't work, they fucking abandon the run.
You know.
I feel like every fucking NFL team does that.
And which brings me up to my other point.
So if Cousins is thrown 50 times, they're probably not gonna fucking win unless
Right.
Justin Jefferson goes ape shit, which he definitely can.
well, we just got.
But he could also be held to 15 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we just got done. You just said the Giants rushing defense has gotten really healthy. Correct?
Their front has got healthy.
Has got healthy. So if they're putting the pressure on Cousins,
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
he's not liking
He's
it.
worse than Brady. Like,
their defense can
Rush him,
easily let Daniel Jones look pretty good.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that game to me is honestly.
I think I like
a flip of
I
a
just
coin.
like the over in that game.
Well, they're 13-4 and have a negative point differential.
Yeah.
Yes.
They get
Great
smoked
point.
every
Great
time
point.
they lose.
Great point. So basically, you have the Giants and Barkley versus Minnesota's offense.
Think about what you
Cousins
said.
good.
Like, they're negative, but look at who they played too. The fucking Lions, who put up like 40 both
They're
times they
basically
played.
us in 2020.
They got
Yeah.
beat what?
Yeah.
They got smoked by the Eagles, Cowboys,
The Lions fucked them up.
Lions, and fucking.
Well, actually, no. I think the Lions lost
The
one, but
Packers.
they scored a fuckload of points.
Oh yeah.
The Packers were the other team that smoked them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the point I brought up there. So, I don't know.
But you like their chances though if it's a close game because like they can win in an ugly fashion and.
Well, I was just thinking that you said Aaron Rodgers maybe to the Jets.
Hmm?
What if he does that and then ends up playing for the Vikings like Brett Favre did?
That would be hilarious.
And then like
That
15
would be
years
great.
we find out he was fucking robbing from charities.
Yeah. At fucking Cal University.
If that
He put
comes,
up a volleyball fucking stadium.
if that happens, he will be my goat.
He starts a charity for Marshawn Lynch's mom for Cal. And then that's what's all the money.
All right, we're gonna move on to our CJ segment here.
Let's
Crying
do playoffs.
Jordan.
Let's do playoffs first.
You want to do playoffs?
I think
We can
so.
do that.
Playoffs.
Playoffs?
We can do
We
that.
are who we thought they were.
That doesn't make sense.
I know. They are who they
All
are.
right, regardless of spread, are you just going playoffs here?
I say we run down the games and just who wins and why.
Okay. All
I
right.
think we kind of started off the year like that. We should
Sure.
do playoffs.
But just for this round, or are we going?
just this round.
Okay.
This
We'll do
round.
another one next week.
So Jags Chargers.
I'll start Jags. I just think coaching for the Chargers sucks. They like try to lose games late. It's like what they
They
look
try
like
to
the
get this
fucking
one.
Browns. Like that's what they try.
Except
to
they
do.
accidentally win some.
Yeah. And the
That's why
Jags
I'm
are
so
hot.
stressed right now.
The Jags are hot, man.
Yeah.
I love riding a hot hand,
Yeah.
especially when they look like sunshine.
Sunshine. Yeah, I'm going Sunshine.
I let his fucking wife ride my hand.
Oh my god, your hand? You
But
just put your dick in your hand first?
Yeah, I'm going Jags. I think the matchup's good for them. They're hot. The Chargers are up and down all the time. You don't know what team's going to show up.
They're kinda like the Cowboys.
How Brandon Staley's going to fuck it up. So,
He said the funny thing about my hand is it's
okay,
located
oh
on
my god.
I am going to go
Have fun
against.
fucking Jules. I will.
I'm gonna go against you guys. I'm gonna take the Chargers here, and the Chargers don't have a great record in the playoffs. But I think that they're getting healthy at the right time. I think the Jaguars could have been out in that game. The Titans were leading that game for most of it last week, and I know that was for the division. But I don't know. Boy,
it's the NFL, Sean.
I know it is. I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the Chargers here. I'm definitely gonna take the Chargers here. I think it's gonna be, and I agree, Staley's an idiot.
So are you.
Yeah. So,
But
Do I-
you're
do
the
I
only
think-
one that gets it right?
do I
Right.
think Peterson is a better coach? Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see how Sunshine plays in his first playoff game.
Yep.
Which one?
Well, it's Herbert's first too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Herbert's hair back? Or is he still bald?
That's definitely-
Remember when he
No,
fucking shaved?
He has his hair.
Remember when
He looks like he just has so much like acne.
Right.
You're like,
Can you
why is
drink
this
that?
14-year-old
No,
out?
I'm gonna take it. What do you think, Mark?
I got Jacksonville just because of coaching. I think it's a really close game, and it just comes down to a few plays here and there, and I just don't trust Mr.
Yeah,
fucking analytics.
I was gonna put it on you, but I didn't want to do that. You're dead.
Maybe we should take a beer break. Let's take a beer break.
Beer break?
We'll be back. Tom said it smelled like shit in this room. I think he shit on the chair. Jesus.
Fucking dirty little geezer.
All right. All right, where are we at?
Playoffs.
Yep.
Playoffs.
So I'm taking the Chargers. What's Mark's pick?
Jags.
He said he's going all chalk, but the Jags are actually home dogs. So by 1.5 points.
Yeah, I have all
surprising.
Mark's picks here.
They beat him by 28 the last time in LA.
Right.
Shoo. Shoo.
Okay, Dolphins, Bills.
That's easy.
That's Bills.
Yes.
Not even.
I agree, it's Bills.
It's
No,
if,
by a
if
lot.
that doesn't happen and they lose, I will kind of laugh a lot. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skylar fucking Thompson.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
That's not happening. I mean, they lost 11-6, or no, won 11-6 last week with a late.
Safety.
Yeah, safety. Nobody even said anything about that. Like there was people thinking the game ended like 9-6
Right.
Yeah.
because they
Well,
didn't have shit about it.
We thought
anywhere.
they thought they
Yeah,
did. We're
I-
like, where did that safety come from? Where did
Yeah.
that 2 points?
Well, yeah,
This
that's what
last
I-
of the game.
Seen on my phone was like, did they really just fucking get Pittsburgh in the goddamn playoffs?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
all right, Bengals Ravens.
Bengals.
Bengals.
I
Bengals.
don't think they cover the spread, but
I
I
like
think they win.
Bengals.
Bengals.
That's
I
a
think,
tough one for me.
I think the Bengals have a great game.
I mean, the Bengals covered this last week. Of course, they had a defensive score in there too, which definitely helped them out. They helped them cover. But the spread's basically
Baltimore's
identical.
defense is really good. They're going to keep them in the
Yeah.
game for a while, I think.
Mark goes Bengals as well.
All right, Bengals. All right, Hawks Niners.
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 Yep, I agree. Niners on that one.
Mark's Niners as well.
Okay, are they covering?
I think so.
Yeah. That's the one.
Covering 10.
I think
That's
they
tough.
I think it's 10. Well, no. I don't know, man. When I was watching, I can't see the Seahawks being able to do anything on offense. Fucking Nick Bosa and them are just, they're firing all.
They're brutal.
They'll probably cover. They just gave up what to the Rams? 16 to the fucking Baker Mayfield Rams.
Right. So you think Seattle's
San
going to
Fran
cover?
could score. No, I think San Fran could
Oh,
score.
San Francisco's going to cover the minus
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. that
Next
was
is
a tough one.
Vikings.
Yep. Vikings Giants.
Giants.
This is tough. This is the toughest
my
game for
biggest
me.
toss-up game,
This
for
is the
sure.
toughest game for me
I could
this
definitely see it going either way. I'm gonna have to pick the home team in that though.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go Vikings. They should win. I think they're the better team, but Kirk Cousins could throw 4 interceptions and they lose by 30. I mean,
Here's really my thought about this. I agree with you. I think the Vikings are going to cover, and I hate Kirk Cousins. I do. I think he's trash. But I
So
don't.
you don't like that, to be clear.
No. Well, no. No. I still think the Vikings are going to. I just
mean,
I don't.
as far as Kirk Cousins, you like that?
Yeah.
You do
I
not
re-
like that.
I really think this game could be a push on that line, the minus
they
3.
win by 3.
Yeah. In which case you're going to lose.
Vikings love winning by fucking field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the Vikings as well.
I think I'll take them to cover too. I think it'll be like 24-20.
I mean, I could see a game here where there's a missed extra point, and that could be the 1 point that
Pisses everyone
decides
off.
everything up. Yeah, it pisses
Yeah.
everybody away.
Yeah, they win by 2.
Okay, Cowboys, Bucks.
I'll take the Bucks. It's Tom Brady in the playoffs. That's all you got to really say.
The more I think about it, the more I want to take the Bucks.
And I've been all year of how much the Cowboys are not it.
You have.
And now they're playing Tom Brady in the playoffs. Don't let that sway you, but that's what's happening.
That's fine, Brian.
I still think Dallas wins. Tom Brady's Tom Brady, but they're just like the Buccaneers are just not that good.
They're not that Buccaneers team. That's my feeling.
Tom
on
Brady will
that.
have to be fucking the GOAT to win that game.
It's good that he is.
Yeah.
I just think, and we covered this a little bit, that Bucks team from even 2 years ago, the defense isn't there. I mean, we took them to overtime.
Who have they really lost on defense though?
Like no one.
Like it's still the same team.
So
they
lost a
plenty
coach.
of talent. Yeah.
You're right.
That's it.
Who was an offensive coach?
I know, but that loses their defensive coordinator.
That's kind of a toss-up, though,
Well,
isn't it? We're
defense
talking.
coordinator's head coach now.
Are we
I know,
talking
that's what I'm
Todd
saying.
Bowles versus McCarthy? But I mean, Brady. I'm going to give you this. Brady had so much experience that he's that coach on the field. at this
They'll be
point.
in the game.
Yeah, they'll be
with
in the game.
10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They'll still be in the game.
And the way that Dallas has played in the last month also makes me like not want to pick them, but I just
I agree.
like, this
I
is the
agree
playoff
with you.
game that they're gonna win.
I agree with you. I just think that last week where Dallas, their rushing attack got stuffed, but Washington's front,
Yeah,
their front
good,
is
dude.
awesome.
Washington's a quarterback away.
And Tampa is not there. They don't have. Let's put it this way: they don't have the track record this year. I think Cowboys are going to win, and they're going to cover
What was the spread?
2.5.
Yeah, they'll cover.
I mean, Cowboys are
If they win,
favored
they
by
have
2.5.
to cover that.
I would think.
Unless it's like 31-30 or something stupid.
I mean, but who knows? It could be a get-right game for the bettors come Monday night, and the NFL's smart about doing this, so they went ahead and put that playoff game on Monday night.
It's a very
for these
questionable
goods.
game.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely see some sharp bettors coming in and move that half point.
yeah.
It could go to 3. It may
3.5.
not go to 3. It could. I mean, that could make the difference. You have to. That could make the difference.
Mark is also taking the Bucks.
Taking the Bucks with the spread.
So
He's taking all chalk.
you taking
Okay.
Dallas?
I'm taking
with the
Dallas
spread?
and the cover. I'm going to take Dallas in the cover there.
Yeah, they'll cover.
If they win, they almost
Yeah,
have to.
that's
Yeah.
so small. Yeah, it's
It's so
basically money
small.
line.
It's
I mean,
not like Seattle has to cover with 10.
Right.
right. I think we covered them all, didn't we?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, we covered them all. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our Crying Jordan segment. Just always a fan favorite. I think that we are just going to go with TCU here.
Just
All of it.
put it
Just
on their whole
absolute
school.
TCU.
Maybe some
Like
Desmond Howard.
just look up an aerial photograph of their whole campus and just plant a Jordan,
Plant a
crying Jordan, because that's what they deserve.
Get on Google Maps.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
That is what they deserve. Like you
yeah.
didn't make it competitive for a second.
It
Yeah.
was embarrassing.
It was.
dude.
It was very,
Like-
very embarrassing.
There was a point like middle of the third quarter.
Throw in the towel.
Because I'm just like, I just want like, I just want the over to hit. So I'm expecting some points from TCU, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
This is so embarrassing. You
is.
can't do
Again.
anything.
Why the hell did TCU not drop after losing to Kansas State?
They should have made the rematch of Ohio State Michigan.
I agree with
happen.
that too.
Even money wise, that's what you
How
want
the
to
fuck did
happen.
Michigan lose to them?
McCarthy threw 2 pick sixes, and
But-
I hate Michigan.
lost with the refs trying to make them win.
Right.
Yeah, and as much as I hate Michigan, that targeting was bullshit.
Yeah.
That was absolute bullshit. I mean, that was like even maybe more than Harrison in the Buckeyes game. That was a bullshit targeting, non-targeting.
Well,
So-
and that touchdown that they had.
Michigan
the
scored a
touchdown.
touchdown.
And
That
the
would have been
touchdown.
huge.
But I think we brought it up last week. I mean, Michigan. I mean, with McCarthy 2 pick sixes.
Yeah.
If you're doing that in the NFL, you're not winning a game. I mean, let alone 1 pick six.
Right. Well, but how does Michigan's defense not stop TCU once?
Yeah.
I mean, they gave up fucking 52. Or I mean, there's 2 pick sixes, so 38 points.
Yeah.
Their defense did not show up whatsoever.
Right. So I was watching, just kind of watching the ESPN app on that, and just going back and forth. And I don't even remember what the over was on that. So, but I'm sure it was met. The TCU Michigan game.
Oh, I don't know.
It was actually absolutely met. I don't understand it either. And it used to be, I mean, usually college is a little easier to bet on because you can, usually teams cover. big teams cover. I mean, we're going to have what? Georgia's going to play Citadel. What do you think that line's going to be this year?
Probably 48.
Well, I know if it was TCU, it'd be fucking 58.
Right.
I mean, how many people actually, other than Georgia fans, and I guess you degenerates that bet on it, on the over, actually watched that game? Like
I
the full
watched
game?
it to just see it over.
I watched it till I think there might have been 5 or 6 minutes left in the fourth.
Jesus.
If you're just a normal fan, you at halftime you're like, yeah, they're fucked.
Yeah.
It was what, 38-7 going into half?
Yeah, I think the only time they scored was like a blown coverage.
Blown coverage, and then 2 plays later they scored.
Yeah.
Off of a quarterback run.
Georgia, most points scored ever in the 14 playoff or BCS.
Jesus.
It's not hard when you're playing a fucking high school team.
Yeah.
Right.
They started talking about that shit at the end of the game too. Like, can a high school team beat like a college team? And then they said, can the best college team beat an NFL team? And everybody's just
No.
like, go suck your own dick. Like, never,
Absolutely.
ever would that
Yeah.
happen.
Because even Georgia, you have, say, your 22 starters, 6 of them go to the NFL.
Yeah, yeah, it's not
2 or
close.
3, maybe 2 of them are
It's
first
not
round
close
draft picks.
In any aspect of
And
football.
this happens every year, though.
Yeah.
When we were talking about Alabama playing whoever in the NFL.
Yeah.
The one year was the Browns when we were 0-16.
Well, if
you're
you're gonna-
not beating them, the Browns are tromping you.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna do even college teams versus NFL, you're not doing any team as of late. You're doing like the 01 Miami Hurricanes.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, that's the only team that has a slight chance at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that
Like,
team was
you
fucking
have
stacked.
like they had what, like 4 first rounders, 11 overall
Yeah.
in one draft,
You
and they're
literally
all
had
studs.
Frank Gore was like your 4th running back.
Yeah.
I actually think that
You had what, like Clinton Portis and
Yeah, Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee,
McGahee, who fuck
don't forget Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey, yeah.
Frank Gore,
Frank Gore, you had Ray Lewis, Ed
Greg
Reed.
Olson.
Well, Ray Lewis wasn't there.
Was
yet.
Ed Reed on that team?
It was E.D. Reed, Sean Taylor.
Greg Olson was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Greg Olson, Champ Bailey,
Wow.
I think. Was Champ Bailey in U? Was he from the U?
I'm not sure.
I know their
I'm not
defense
sure
was
of that.
insane.
Oh yeah. Well,
It
it was it Patrick Willis?
Yeah.
Patrick Willis is a fucking like dude. They were
Yeah.
they were fucking Kellen Winslow.
Yep.
I don't think he was behind Greg Olson. That's how fucking insane that team.
The
was.
only
Guess what? We beat them.
Yeah, we did.
Well, the year after.
Right. The only other team I think that may have been even close to that would have been maybe LSU with Burrow.
Yeah, that was a good ass. Well, their defense wasn't that great.
No.
Their offense was just that good.
So you
I
had
would say, too,
Burrow, Jamar Chase. You had Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
Or no, not T. Higgins.
Jamar Chase,
Well, the
JJ,
year-
and then you
Justin
had
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
The year we won the Natty, we were pretty fucking stacked.
Yeah.
Zeke.
We just didn't have a quarterback.
I mean, Cargill. The way he was playing at that point.
He went to the NFL. He didn't do anything.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
He should have went that year.
Look,
Yeah.
so I'm going to bring up this point. Stetson Bennett hype, is it warranted?
No. If he'll get drafted.
Why would you? He would literally be like 30 by the time his rookie deal was done. Would be done.
Well, we drafted a 28-year-old quarterback.
Well,
so.
That's true. That's
We're
true.
one of 30 teams in the NFL.
That's true.
32 teams in the NFL.
But yeah, the Stetson Bennett, he'll get drafted just because of his accolades. He won't do anything.
It'll be
I
like
agree
a
with
4th or
you.
5th round, maybe.
Probably later than that.
Yeah. Well,
Won't do anything.
quarterbacks get reached for.
I think you could reach for Duggan over
Well, that was going to be my next question. So Max Duggan getting drafted.
his stock went down.
Yeah, big
Big time.
time.
Yeah. He's fucked.
He wasn't getting drafted high
It's
anyways.
like footsteps
but he
Falco out there.
maybe put himself into not being drafted.
He may not get
He might
drafted.
not get drafted now.
Shane Falco.
Yeah, he went from like a 5th round
Sugar
guy.
Bowl.
Yeah.
He went from a 5th round guy to maybe not getting drafted.
My worst bad beat of that game was Max Duggan over 32.5 rushing yards.
He was.
He
He
finished.
hit the over, did he not?
No, he finished with 38, minus 38 because of 5
All
sacks.
sacks.
And-
Yeah.
Because
That's
that counts
solid.
on. I
That
hate
counts.
that. And when I put the bet in,
That's
I don't
so
even know
dumb
why I
that
didn't think about it.
counts.
Yeah. It's hard.
But
Hard to fucking be a quarterback and have a lot of rushing yards. in
yeah,
college.
well, I just figured that if Georgia was getting after them, he's probably going to cover that. And then I forgot about the sacks. Of course, the bet was already in.
The sacks suck, but there again, you can have a couple 50-yard just break-off runs from zone coverage, just
And that's
following
what
people down the
Brandon,
field.
that's actually what I thought. What was probably going to happen.
I get the bet. That's not that
Yeah.
many yards.
No, 32 and a half is
You
not.
can make that happen in like 2 rushes.
Right.
But negative 38 sack yards
Yeah,
definitely
that
hinder
sucks.
that.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our best bets of the weekend. I'm gonna, and I saved this for the end, and I just want you guys to see this on paper. On the wild card weekend, since 2002, 30 wild card underdogs have won outright. So you're talking 1.5 underdogs are
There's
winning
gotta be
on
one
wild
this
card
week.
weekends.
Well, and
It's at
gonna,
least
gonna be
one, if
Jacksonville.
not a half.
Jacksonville's the underdog that wins.
You think that's it?
I think
You
so.
think it's the one?
I think the only other one that has a
Or
slight
the
chance
Giants.
is
The
yeah,
Giants
well, yeah,
Vikings,
yeah.
right?
That,
Yeah.
that could be 2 this weekend that win.
It could be two.
And nobody would bat an eye that it happened.
No,
Right.
I agree. I agree with you on that.
That's a fucky stat.
That
you
is,
put
yeah. That I looked that up last night. Yeah, so I said who's losing. So you think the
Those could be
Jacksonville's
the two.
covering?
I don't think out of any other game happening. Well, who's the dog in the Giant or the Cowboys Bucks?
Tampa is.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Or
are the
no,
dog?
Cowboys are the favorite.
That could be a dog too. Is the Bucks? I like that dog as my favorite, other than Jacksonville.
Okay.
That's also another easy dog that can win.
Yeah.
There could be 3 the first weekend,
There could be 3.
but
Yeah.
the other ones are like
Something has to
the
happen.
most absolute lock you could get in a game.
Right.
Right.
The other here's I'm gonna regress on this a little bit, and I didn't look this up, but has there been this many starting quarterbacks out on a wild card weekend?
I don't think so in the playoffs.
So San Fran's got back up, and then Baltimore. Who
Baltimore,
else?
Seattle.
Oh,
Miami.
Miami.
Well, not
Miami?
Seattle.
Miami. So there's 3.
there's 3.
But yeah, probably not. Not in a very long time.
Right, and I didn't look that up, but that's the other thing that's kind of
Yeah, because it makes those games kind of like you know what's going to happen at that point. Because if Tua was playing against Buffalo, you could make the case that they could make that upset because he beat them already this year.
well. I think of Tua, as much as I don't like Tua, I
He
think
makes them a better team.
just
than
yeah.
fucking
Oh,
Skylar
Skylar Thompson, absolutely. I agree with that. So I think, in just the history of the year of this year, the 2 games that it was 3 points or less.
Yeah.
It sucks for both of those quarterbacks. Both of them were back. Like that's your game. You're starting back in. That sucks, dick.
Yeah, I mean, even if they had Teddy Bridgewater, I'd probably feel a little more comfortable with them at least covering the spread.
So if Tua was starting in that game, what's the spread?
Probably
7.5, 6.5,
yeah,
something like that.
somewhere around.
But the history of this year is saying that it shouldn't be more than 3.
But you have Tua coming back after missing what 4 or 5 weeks.
Okay,
And
let's
Same
say
with Lamar.
Even when he was playing, they weren't
Well,
playing very well.
I'm going to tell you this. This isn't just Lamar hate that I'm spewing, but we've seen it with Watson this year. Lamar's already missed a considerable amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see Lamar coming into this game and making that big of a difference.
Well, I
He
could just
definitely
because of the
does.
way his
He makes a difference,
the way
but I
he
don't think it's
plays-
enough to cover it.
the way he plays is not really like timing oriented offense. It's him
He's
running.
just
and-
out there playing the game.
yeah, I think
As soon as he gets a feel for it
That's a
after
good
the
point.
first quarter,
That's a good point.
He's gonna ball.
Right. That's
He
a
might
good
be the
point.
best quarterback to have coming back from an injury because his play isn't based on timing and passes.
Okay.
His play is
Play
I've
action.
studied this defense. I see a crease. I'm just gonna
I'm
go.
a better athlete than you.
Right, yeah,
Is he doing studying? I mean, he's doing more studying than Kyler Murray. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
you have to be. All he's done is sat on his ass for fucking 6 weeks.
And wait for Baltimore to just implode in the playoffs.
I don't think
and
he's
say,
there.
see?
I don't think he's there this year. Or
You
next
think
year.
Lamar leaves?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's he go? The Jets?
I think
That would be so good.
That would be really good.
That would be so good. With
That
a
would be
healthy,
the best wide receiver
with a
core
healthy
he's ever
Brees
had.
Hall and Lamar. Jesus,
On
that
that defense.
Or Washington.
so. You got Garrett Wilson, who's going to
Washington would be a good
probably the Garrett Wilson's going to be. Well, he was the number one this year.
Yeah.
Oh, he's good. Garrett
Yeah,
Wilson's
he's good.
locked
Well, they
in
still have
number one
what's his
wideout.
name from Tennessee, right?
Oh, Corey Davis.
Yeah, Corey Davis.
Yeah,
He's not fucking.
he's
I
not.
mean, he's not
doing
great,
much.
but he's
They have
better what
Elijah Mitchell, too.
Better what
Yeah,
they have
good.
at fucking in Baltimore.
Right.
That'd be an interesting offense.
Oh, Baltimore has no wide receivers.
No, and if he goes to Washington, him and Scary Terry. That wouldn't be a bad. And Logan
Washington would be.
I mean, don't you think
John Dotson's a stud in Washington too?
what's Baltimore trying to do here in the offseason though?
You need
Well, the
wide
thing
receivers.
is too is
They're
as
going to
much-
franchise tag him, aren't they?
They'll probably franchise and then he might say fuck you and then
Right,
have to trade
Wrong
him.
move.
Right.
Well, that wouldn't be a wrong move because he either do that or he walks. So get something back for him.
Yeah, but you want Lamar on your fucking team,
I understand that, but
so it's a bad move.
I also think that the way that he plays is kind of a scary thing for them to give him a bunch of guaranteed
That's true
money.
because he's just he'll hit a peak, and then he'll start falling, and he'll never get back ever.
Yeah. Unless he drastically improves,
His passing game.
yes, his pocket passing game.
No, I get it.
Well,
So
it's not-
I understand why Baltimore hasn't done what
absolutely.
hasn't
It's
So
a
his,
franchise.
his
but you
shelf
understand.
life is just shorter.
Now, yeah, if I was
Than
them,
what you would
offer
want
him,
from a franchise
offer him
quarterback.
$150 million guaranteed for 3 years. Boom.
So it's just about shelf life for
Yeah.
Lamar.
Yeah. Because
So you're giving Aaron Rodgers money.
Yeah.
And I know Aaron Rodgers is 39.
yeah.
So
Well, that's
is,
what you're,
is he?
that's
Is,
what you're gonna
is
have
Lamar and his mom going to take it, or grandma, or whatever?
Somebody will pay him.
Okay. I say that's fine. But Lamar, does Lamar need to get an agent?
I don't think so.
No. I think
He's
I
doing
think he's
exactly
done the right
what
thing.
he should do.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't made a mistake yet without.
I understand both sides of the coin.
He's just getting all of his money
right.
instead of losing 10% to an agent that
I
doesn't
agree.
do anything.
Right.
10% of a $250 million is a lot of fucking money
Yeah. 25.
for doing nothing.
Right.
Or,
It
well,
is a lot of money. And I think things have worked out with Lamar too, because you could see Arizona sinking all that money with Kyler. And that
He isn't the same guy. at all.
right, he's not the same guy. And then the Browns go also giving that guaranteed money to Watson.
Yeah, so Lamar is locked in for guaranteed money.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's just what's happening.
No, he's going to get guaranteed money, but it's just a matter of how much guaranteed money is he going to get,
For how
and what is he going to accept. And I agree with you. If Baltimore tries to franchise tag him,
But yeah, why would you play under that? I mean, you're still making. I think franchise tag for a quarterback's at $40 million.
yeah,
It's a hell of a lot of money.
it's
But
it's Prescott
but
money.
he's going to lose out on $200 million.
Right.
If he doesn't get a long-term deal, because if they franchise him for 2 years, at that point he's what 27, 28, and he's a running quarterback. Like
Right.
this is going to be the time where he gets paid. So I understand why he's.
He's playing it perfect.
Okay.
As a human with no agent, he is playing it
All right.
to the T. I think he's purposefully sitting out this game.
Yeah.
That's the point I was trying to bring up.
Yeah.
Was, and I
Which
brought
is
that up
as he should.
earlier.
Right, fuck him.
Was he's trying to expose Baltimore, and he's trying to say,
Yeah.
"This is why you need me."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the point I was trying
Look
to
at
make.
the
earlier.
revenue you're now losing because I'm not playing.
Correct.
Look at the future revenue you could lose because I'm not on your team now.
Right.
Yeah, because if especially if they get nothing, I mean they're going to franchise tag him.
For sure.
So-
if they don't pay him, that's what
Yeah,
they
They're
have
going
to.
to. Right.
They're going to have to franchise tag him, and if I were them, I would trade him. Because I wouldn't want to put.
It's hard to
5
let
years.
that go.
It's hard. It is hard.
I know, but
Because
I
they are
wouldn't want
so
to give.
good when he plays.
Right, but that's the thing is you're going to start missing 6, 7, 8 games a year because that's what the last 2 years he's missed.
Well,
Yeah, he's
this
missed a
year
lot.
it was.
Is it more contract or you think of the
I
actual
think so.
knee?
Yeah.
I think so too. Like, oh fuck this dude, I'm hurt. I'm not going out there blowing my knee out.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He probably should have missed 2 games but it's his contract year for him. So
Right.
he's like, well, "Fuck you guys! I'm gonna show you what you aren't without me,
Right.
Because their defense, like
or what you are without
their
me."
defense, and if he's out there, like they can play with anybody. I don't understand why they don't ever like they can just never get a wide receiver or try more in the
Because
draft.
it's Lamar, and I've brought that up the
They
whole
took-
season.
Good wide, like Bateman was a top 5 prospect. He should be good.
Yeah, but he's not.
That's the only one they've taken though.
I know.
Then they
but
let-
I
let
love
Hollywood
them.
Brown.
My
taking
thing
them.
is, why-
I love that for them. Like that's a good.
I
wide
brought
receiver.
this up way back. Why have no free agents wanted to go there? I mean, what number one wide receivers?
Because
I
the
don't
offense
think they
run.
try.
Yeah, and they
It's
put
all
all their
Mark
money on
Andrews.
defense.
That's
yeah.
where he throws the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
They are so Mark Andrews that they got rid of Hollywood Brown for no reason.
Well, and I don't think Hollywood Brown was the number one. I just,
He was
I
good.
still don't.
He's a
good.
threat
He's
to a football
fast.
game. That's
He's
for damn
fast.
sure, yeah.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't. He's small. I think Hollywood Brown should be a
You know
slot
who
guy.
else is small?
Who?
Tyreek Hill. Not saying Hollywood Brown is Tyreek Hill, but a burner like
the guy threw for fucking 38 touchdowns in 2019.
Right.
yeah, well,
I mean,
fucking
That was 3
40
years
of
ago.
them were to Mark Andrews.
Right. Right. Perfect point.
Dude,
Mark Andrews.
I know
good,
you're
though.
riding the horse if he can't throw a ball, but he's made some throws.
Yeah.
But when you're leading, when your tight end is your leading receiver, we visited this several
That's
times.
just the offense they run.
Travis
Right.
Kelce is your leading receiver in Kansas
Yeah.
City.
It is.
To
Mark
I
Andrews.
got-
Mark Andrews is just.
He-
he's
I
that
think-
type of tight end.
I think Kelsey's the exception. I think Gronk was the exception with Brady.
but
Well, I
Gronk
think
never
Andrews
led
is the exception
in
there.
reception yards.
Yeah. All right.
Like Andrews is good. Like
Yeah, he's
really
good.
good.
When was Brady at his best, though?
2007.
Right.
Randy,
Who'd he have?
Randy Mouse.
And they probably should have beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Right.
They lost in a shit game.
Yeah.
Trap game.
But I mean, he was good when even right after that, and they had like no one. He was still throwing for 4.
No,
4,000
and I
yards.
agree with that. But what I'm saying is, Randy Moss was definitely a number one,
Well, yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
a Hall of Fame caliber
Definitely
guy.
helps, but you're talking about a completely different quarterback.
Right.
Completely different type of quarterback.
True. True.
Lamar is, I'm going to show you this, and boop, little high school tight end pop pass.
Yeah, he puts
Mark Andrews.
literal pressure on the entire defense every
Yeah.
time
And he
snaps the
does,
ball.
and I agree with that. But how long is that going to last? You brought that up.
I don't know.
Well, just think about running a defense. You're going to lose a linebacker to spy Lamar. Boom. Tight end is always open.
Right.
That's why their offense works the way it does.
All right.
And they get the occasional snap off. That's why they had Deshaun Jackson for a couple of years. That's why they had Hollywood Brown, because he can fucking throw it far,
Right.
and somebody just gets under it and catches it.
I'm
They
gonna
don't need a number one wideout. The
really.
Ravens do
I think
not.
it would help them though.
Yeah,
I don't think it would.
I think it would.
Well, you just
You would
another
lose
element.
money, is
Just
all you
another,
would do.
Another element to your offense.
But the money you would pay to get a guy like that, you wouldn't gain that money back in your offense. I don't think so.
Well,
I
you're
think
not,
it would help in the playoffs.
you're not going to gain it if Lamar's not hitting that guy.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I agree with that, and that goes back to my point before. That's why no free agent number one is wanting to go there.
No, because it's
they
Lamar.
run triple option fucking 40% of the time.
Yeah. So the offense is built around Lamar.
Yeah, D-Hop is not going to Baltimore.
No,
No.
he's not going there.
No.
All right.
We're all on the same page there. Like
We are. I think we are on the same page.
we know he's not a passer.
Right. But he
They don't
can
really-
pass.
Thank you. Thank you.
He doesn't need a number one wide receiver for them to be good. He needs.
He wins 80% of the games he starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
He's a winner.
Great.
I would love that here.
Let's fast forward to next year. At some point, he's going to take that regression. He's going. You just said it. You just said he's.
It's just when it happens.
He's not
He's
accurate.
still.
Is he-
He's.
Okay. Michael Vick post dogs.
Was good. In
Yeah.
Philly. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
And-
was still an athlete.
And I'm yes, but Michael Vick left-hander Michael Vick is making passes I don't think Lamar can make.
I don't.
Well,
You're
yeah, he
acting
had
like
the
Lamar
strongest
can't.
arm in the.
You're acting like Lamar can't throw at all. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying he can't throw it all, but I've seen him and
I've seen him hit tight ass windows, throwing before the route breaks.
And on the run. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
On the move.
I mean, Kenny Pickett had a great pass this last week.
It's more than that, though.
Okay.
You're a Lamar hater.
I am a hater.
You're pretty
I'm right
jaded
up there.
towards him.
I am up there because, and you know why? I'm on the mountain with Watson, but part of my problem is I think he regressed a little bit this week, and he was trying to do too much, and I don't know if it was the receivers not running the right routes. Were they not motivated to run the right routes? I don't know that. But we definitely saw that, and the sack numbers show that. But I like my quarterback, and as much as I hate Roethlisberger was a different type of quarterback. He was just big. He was huge.
Yeah.
He extended the plays because nobody was bringing him down. That's my quarterback.
Well, we need a burner at wide receiver.
Sure.
That's one thing we don't have. So, like,
D-Hop coming in.
I would love it. I don't know how you make it work, but I would love it.
I don't know how you make it work either. Because you just restructured Amari Cooper, right?
Yeah, I mean, they could do it with the money. They're going to have $30 million in cap space just for the rollover cap. And then you're going
But then that's going to hit 2024.
well, the cap's just going to keep going up. I mean,
I know, but still, Lamar hits huge
Yeah.
in 2020. Not Lamar, Deshaun.
well, they may restructure his contract. They're probably going to restructure Myles Garrett's contract at some point. John Johnson's not going to be here. That's another $12 million of cap space you're going to have.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is they're so young. They're not really paying that many people. They're paying Deshaun and Miles and Nick. And Nick Chubb's contract's not even that bad. And Amari. And they're paying Amari Cooper.
And Denzel Ward.
And Denzel and Njoku. And I guess our guards.
Which is.
I guess
So
that's
let's,
wrong.
the
Yeah.
grocery
And
list just
our
keeps
tackle.
growing.
Yeah.
It keeps
Conklin
growing.
just-
And
that was-
Conklin.
That was
right,
the dumbest
right.
fucking.
What?
I agree.
What a
Ryan,
flex
I agree with
move
you. I
by
texted
Conklin. Getting paid, and he's like,
Fuck
yeah,
it.
I'm going to sit this week.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out. And you and I were texting back and forth. We're like, why are we doing this?
Like, I would have got it if it was like $12 million a year. Like $224.
We were both in a
Yeah.
Walmart in Logan, Ohio, looking at each other like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Right. Like, he was
Well,
an
yeah.
all-pro in 2020, but he has not been that guy
Right.
for 2 years.
And then
And
just the slap in the face to sit
And the
the
Pro
game
Football
after you get
Focus
paid.
ranking is a little. I think it's a little.
He's middle of
It's
the
a
road.
little skewed.
Like,
Well,
yeah, I don't hate him at right tackle, but I don't know. Like, I would have rather seen Hudson move up to that. Maybe their plan is,
Well, the problem is he's not elite, and he's getting paid elite money.
yeah,
And you can't do anything
Right.
with him other than right tackle. You can't move him anywhere.
Right.
right.
He's not. At one, he's not going to want to. Two, he probably can't even play that position.
Right.
He might be a better left tackle than Wills, though. If they fucking pay
Wills
him, I'll
can
be
walk.
pissed.
He'll be. If we keep him, I will be legit mad.
Well, we talked about this last week. So I mean, Will's. If they cut him loose, are you
He's a starter, but he's
disappointed?
just not, like, I'm not paying him a lot of money.
I don't want to pay him at all.
Right.
I don't want to pay him either.
I'll take a shot at drafting somebody else.
James Hudson, I think, will be the left tackle
Right.
after he leaves.
I agree. So
'Cause-
we're in agreement. They're going to move that offensive
So
line
they
around.
paid Conklin to move Hudson.
I think that means, because you're not going to pay every fucking one of your offensive linemen. Like,
you can't. Because who's already getting paid? Teller's getting paid.
Teller,
Conklin's
Bitonio.
getting paid.
Yeah.
Bitonio.
Yep.
and Batonio's just a, like, perennial all-pro, so you have to pay him.
You always pay him. He retires with the Browns.
Yeah. He'll be a Hall of Famer.
All right. I'm going to get
Yeah, we
back.
got a little- we got a
I'm going to
little
get back. We got a little sidetracked though. So
That's
since
the booze.
since 2017, underdogs in the wild card round are 16-8 against the spread. So at least 4 underdogs should cover this weekend if you're looking at
Seattle can
that.
cover.
Well, we
Giants
said
can cover.
3 that
Yeah,
could,
we've already said 3 that could just outright win.
right.
Okay.
And Seattle could definitely cover.
And I could see a backdoor Miami cover with it being that big.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
It's a lot
They
of
have
points
pretty
in an
defense.
NFL game.
But yeah, we have two.
NFL games are hard.
We
to
have
go
two
big
of them
points.
this weekend. We have the Miami Bills game, and we also have the San Francisco Seattle game.
It's hard to cover.
Those are
that many
double-digit
points in
spreads.
the
And that was 10, so like Seattle could easily lose by 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's,
Vegas is always they gotta get their money. So
So good.
you're
But-
literally pulling up stats of like why Vegas is still Vegas. Because this is
No,
what
I
happens.
agree. Though, and I dug a little deep last night, but
That's good. I
I'm
like
just
it.
saying that's
Betting
that's
wise,
the
this is
trend.
Good to know.
That's the trend. So, best bets of the weekend. Here's mine. 49ers money line, but I'm going to take the under 42 because I don't think Seattle's
Yeah,
scoring
I'll take
that
the
much.
under.
Seattle could
I'm
score
taking
like
the under.
10.
Yeah,
I don't see San Fran scoring a
and
bunch
I'm going to
either.
take the San Diego money line. I know that's going against. I'm the odd man out here, but I'm going to take the over in that game, and that
That
pays
game could get going.
That pays 7-1. That's pretty good. So it's $75 per 5.
I mean, both teams are definitely getting in the 20s. I think.
Maybe
Right.
not though.
It's tough.
They just played the Titans, and that was what 20-16.
I agree, and I had the over
Titans
in that
defense
game.
isn't
I had
that good.
39.5 in that.
It is Mike Vrabel, though.
Situationally, he performs.
Here's the one I
He gets it up and he keeps it up.
Here's the one I really like though.
That
And
pays
you-
7-1. The 49ers and That's a parlay?
49ers money line under 42 and San Diego money line over 47.5.
I like that.
It's 7. But here's the one I really like. So I took one touchdown scorer, not first touchdown scorer. Anytime touchdown scorer across all 6 games. And it's McCaffrey, Eckler, Diggs, Barkley, Mixon, and Lamb. It pays $160 on a $5 bet. Anytime touchdown scorer.
So they all have to?
Yes.
All have to score.
They all have to score. And the one that I'm going to take.
CD, yeah.
CD's the one that I think.
Just because wide receivers
Well,
are hard.
and Mixon
Yeah.
really doesn't have a lot of touchdowns this year, does he?
He was the favorite in that game to get a touchdown.
In the Cincy
In the
Ravens game?
Cincy,
Really?
he was the absolute
I would-
favorite in
He
that
will
game.
definitely score a touchdown.
But their fucking like run defense is pretty good.
Diggs scores a touchdown.
I really like that. I've already locked that bet in, so it's $160
McCaffrey
on
scores
5.
pretty much every game.
Right. Eckler's probably good.
I like that. I'm gonna bet that for sure.
Yeah, I was just punching in some props last night. I'm like, man, I really like this.
I do like that.
And
a lot.
actually-
CeeDee Lamb is the only one that's questionable.
It
I
is
think.
questionable. I agree with you. And what we're going back to the Dak Prescott regression, and it also could come down to is Tony Pollard
Yeah,
going
but
to
they
get?
run those little jet sweeps to CD too.
Yeah, it could come down also though to Tampa Bay's defense not being that great on the rushing defense. It could be a
Open
breakout.
something up, yeah.
Tony Pollard could be the touchdown. They could focus on the run.
Could you run Pollard in there instead of Lamb?
You could. I don't know what it's going
Would
to
it
pay.
change? It wouldn't change it.
I don't know.
Their run defense is better. Is pretty decent though. Vita Bay's healthy.
A 6-leg parlay, it's not going to change that much by changing one guy.
Yeah, and I think I put the that might be the one I put the super boost on. I think I think I put the boost on. I put it on the first one. What's Mark? I know he was basically taking all favorites on the weekend. I think that's. Well, I just read you the stats. I don't think that's
For a parlay?
Yeah,
I don't-
that's not going to be good at all.
No.
I think you have to take at least 2 dogs in there.
Yeah.
There's
You have to
parlays you
take
could
two.
lock in, like you could lock in Bills, Cincinnati, San Fran.
Right.
Like it's a 3-leg parlay. It's not gonna pay crazy, but it's a fucking lock.
Right.
Like
Well, in the 6, I mean, if you're going all, which I took the touchdown scores across 6 games.
I have to poop. Bad.
Bad. All right. Do you want to cut it out?
wrap it up.
Let's wrap this video.
Let's wrap it up. All right. Please subscribe to YouTube. Share
Like
with
the
your
video.
friends.
I'll take a picture of my shit and put it up on
Yeah, he's
You're gonna have to
big
compete
old
with
shit.
You're gonna have to compete with the youngest son. I don't know what's going on there, but all right. Please subscribe. Look for us on YouTube, Tinder or not Tinder,
Tinder. Hell yeah.
Yes, look us up on Tinder.
All the bitches.
Rumble. Look for us on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook.
Probably find Mark.
We're
on
actually
Grindr.
on Grindr too.
Grindr. Okay, Rawdawgers out.
Rawdawgers out.
I
I
have to poop.
I was trying as hard as I could.
It's
for
all
a
right,
long
man.
time.
We get it.
For a long time.
Please go in my yard and show my cat how you bury it.
He said, I don't want to have to
That
leave,
son of a
but
bitch.